Boop. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. I'm your host, Malcolm Banana, and today is a little bit of a special day. It's Just Chatting Saturday. It's just me chatting about anything and everything that you're interested in. So, how are you, ladies and gents, doing? Hi, Creator Games, Amogus from Sunrise. Hank loves Blender. Well, he should. It's an amazing software. Hi, Malcolm and F. I just finished up a render for the Vanderbilt thing. The poster's probably gonna come up either tomorrow or maybe the other day, like the next day. How are you boys doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing fantastic today. I have just finished my midterm exam for a course that I'm taking for uni. So, yeah, I'm basically like 2/3, 3/4, I guess 3/4 of the way to my first year in uni, which is pretty pog. I think that's a pretty good success. No, like an actual blender, not the software. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know what? Blenders are very, very useful. You know, blenders can blend stuff. Yeah, you didn't see anything. I mean, it's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good. Really digging the new thumbnail render? Oh yeah, right. The new renders for the channel. Yeah, it's a new assortment of the VTubes. You know, I like to have a little bit of flair, especially now that these are basically stylized VODs anyway. Also, I forgot to add the thing. You know what's dumb? All right, let me rant a little bit. So, if you see there at the bottom, there is a thing called chapters, alright? Now, the problem with chapters, alright, was that this was already in YouTube, alright? This was already a thing on YouTube. Like, you can add a timestamp, and YouTube would automatically add a chapter for that video, okay? Sounds simple enough. Very convenient. But for some reason, I tried it on my VODs, and for some reason, it just won't work. I thought it was the timestamping. I thought I had to have a dash. I thought I had to have no dash. It turns out that YouTube added another thing that you have to have in order to just have chapters on your videos. You have to add the word chapters, colon, and then enter to a new line, and that's where you add your timestamps. What is this nonsense? Okay, like, before it was so simple. You add a timestamp, and boom, it's already there. Now you have to add chapters and colon. What kind of nonsense is that? I don't know why they changed it to that. That is ridiculous. Absolute nonsense, okay? There's a lot of, like, UI designs that YouTube does that I just do not get. Like, like, it was already good. Why did you ruin it? Like, for instance, for those people who use YouTube for a pretty long time, they changed how YouTube Studio works. Because back in the day, YouTube Studio was incredibly efficient. There were a lot of stuff that you can do in a certain amount of time. Like, you can remove a lot of copyright claims in a very short amount of time. You can also private a lot of videos, unlist a lot of videos in a very short amount of time. You can also edit videos very easily on the YouTube Studio. It's wild. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in the old version, and yet they all removed it for this really bubbly looking UI that's extremely slow and you can't customize at all. It's ridiculous. I hate it. Like, it's still not good. Like, I thought, I was like, okay, it's gonna get better. You know, it's gonna get better in like a year. No, it didn't. It got worse. Because there was like no way to send feedback, and it's like incredibly performance heavy. Goodness gracious. If I ever will apply on Google, I'll probably apply for UI designer. I'll just be like a UI DX, and I'll just be there. I'll be fixing up the freaking nonsense that they made on the YouTube studio. What song is in the background? I actually don't know. Let me check. What is in here? This is Nintendo music to play in the background of your streams. Very specific. Very specific title. Yeah, it's just a bunch of Nintendo songs. I wish I had the thing where it tells you here, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm gonna say just chatting, chill and chat about anything in Spanish now. Solo charlando? Is that how you know? I don't know. Solo charlando relajate y carla sobre cualquier cosa. I bet I butchered that in absolute fashion. Yes. QHA. Indeed. QHA. Nonsense humor. Indeed. You know, these gosh darn 21st century memes, man. It's giving me a dated look. I can't handle those, dude. You did butcher it slightly. I know. I don't speak Spanish. I know that I should be able to sort of pronounce it semi-correctly, but it's just not happening. Hi, Dank. How you doing? You need classes. We don't have Spanish classes here in the Philippines. Like, I wish we had a language class. The problem was we had a language class back in our old school. We had a class where we were able to learn basic Japanese. Unfortunately, my classmates were assholes and just bullied the teacher incessantly. And we ended up not learning anything because he would just get bullied on the freaking classroom. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, I actually legitimately wanted to learn Japanese, but I just can't because these people in the back keep shouting, konnichiwa, yamete! Like, they keep freaking shouting that in the background. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to freaking learn any of this stuff? Goodness gracious. Hi, Palmetto. I will teach you. Well, that will be nice. These, I will say it. Of course. Konnichiwa, what's up? I will still never forget that freaking phrase. That is amazing. That is such an amazing phrase. Konnichiwa, what's up? Oh boy. How did you learn English? My mom gave me a lot of books. Alright? Now, for those Zoomers, a book is a thing that has paper. You know? A book is like a thing with words in paper. Maybe you don't know it, but essentially, my mom gave me a lot of storybooks. Like, a lot. A lot of them. She forced me to read them aloud every morning. Alright? She would like, just, like, the thing was, I didn't know how to pronounce these words. So oftentimes I would just pronounce them wrong. But she would just insist to make me read them aloud. It doesn't matter if I read them correctly. All you have to do is read them aloud. So that at least the whole house would you would hear like the freaking, what was the story that I read? I read like the freaking The Monkey and the Turtle or something. I forgot what some of the stories are. But basically she gave me a lot of books to read. But the only catch is you have to read them aloud. And so I read a lot of these books, and I learned how to pronounce these words because I tend to like doing stuff in a more in an organized manner. So I started looking up, how do you pronounce these words? How do you pronounce that word? My sister also taught me a lot of like, grammar stuff, how to use grammar, especially when writing, because oh my goodness, my grammar it's still bad to this day, but my grammar in like grade school is like primitive. Absolutely, like if you're from freaking America and you converse with me through text, you would probably have a seizure. It's very messy. I don't know how to use periods, commas. I don't know how to use spaces. I don't know, like, literally anything. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know how I got through English in grade school, but I did. So, I was basically just learning on the fly. And then, one of the biggest ones was when I learned from YouTube. So my mom finally got internet connection because we didn't really have internet connection for a long time, and we had internet connection, and I was finally able to watch YouTube, and I just sort of picked up on like the stuff that they say in videos. I used to watch Tobuscus a lot, and I would just sort of copy the words, like I would just sort of know what words work with which. And I would just like, okay, I know that this word means this word. I know this word means this word. I know that this is a bad word. I know that this is this word. Like you just sort of learn from that, Yo, your friend bullied the teacher? They just bully me instead. Wow, I wish the freaking math teacher knew about you. That would be amazing. He probably wouldn't have quit teaching. What the hell's a paper? Is it a different type of OLED touchscreen? Well, it is, technically. It is kind of a touchscreen, but instead of, like, you swiping, you, like, carry the page and you move it, so that it moves to another page. So that's how it works, Torty. Okay. I love how Sunrise is just going around. Yes, indeed, I am existing. Why didn't the teacher do anything about it? He probably did, but most of the time, here, okay, to give you some context, Filipino teaching is very, very different to, like, for example, if you live in, like, the West or something. Like, teachers in here are either, I don't give a heck about what you are doing, I'm just gonna give you a grade, or they try to teach actually genuinely, but oftentimes they fall flat. I think there's only like 2 teachers that I've met that were actually able to control the classroom and actually able to, like, teach stuff. Only 2 teachers. Like, it's really, like, not exactly the most optimal way to learn anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I learned a little bit, alright? But honestly, a lot of the stuff that I learned from my school days is basically just me looking it up on Google. Like, I would just, like, know, okay, now I know that. Now I know this. Now I know that. Dude, if there was no Google when I was around, I would have been absolutely smashed, dude. I am absolutely just, like, I'm basically a Google slave at this point. Like, if Google told me that, hey, we will be taking all of the grades that you use me, I would probably not have a high school degree. Like, straight up. I would probably even a grade school degree. I literally rely so much of my information on Google. It's ridiculous. MB, my father, Darpario, is disappointed in me for not having oaths. He's gonna kill me. Well, as a wise man once said, hit back, son. Yes. Fun fact, my parents forced me to learn English at 2nd grade. They keep forcing me to learn English on every grade. On 3rd grade, they make me learn 4th grade math. I mean, look. Listen. Alright, here's the thing. I think there's a lot of these connotations when people have strict parents. And it depends. Alright? Honestly, I don't like it when parents force their children into a career path, right? Honestly, I don't think that's a good thing. Like, why would you force someone into a career that they would do for years, right? Because I've heard there's a lot of stories of the parents want them to be for example, a banker. Or they want him to be a lawyer or a doctor. And they would do practically anything to get to that goal. They would do literally anything just to have that goal on their son or on their daughter. Without any consideration about what the actual child even wants. Alright? That actually destroys people. Because the thing is, if a person is interested in something, 9 times out of 10 they would focus on that thing. So let's say if you're all of a sudden you found some artistic spark and you want to be a freaking artist while you're doing med school, there's no shot you're gonna be able to do art while you're in med school. Alright, that's just not happening. And if you are going to pursue art, most definitely you're probably going to flop the freaking med school. Unless if you're a freaking Chad and just able to freaking juggle all of this freaking nonsense. But most of the time, if you are interested in something, you would be focused on that and nothing else. So when people, especially parents, actually just force you into a career path, it's bro, let the boy let the boy have a dream or something, alright? Let the boy have something. Maybe it's just because I grew up with pretty, open parents. My parents aren't, surprisingly, alright? Surprisingly, aren't, the Asian stereotype. The Asian parent stereotype. Or, oh, you're gonna become a doctor. You're gonna become a nurse, most likely. You're gonna become, something. No. They actually want me to work on something that I personally like. For example, I want to do media creation. So they would just go all hands on deck on that. They would be you're probably going to be a video editor. You're probably going to be, now I'm being a programmer because I like programming stuff. It was they're very open about whatever you have as long as at the end of the day, alright, this is the only promise that you have to keep. At the end of the day, you have a job, alright? At the end of the day, no matter what you do, they don't really care about it. As long as you have a steady job, they're alright. They're hands off. They don't really care about what happens next. So, I'm in a very fortunate position where I can basically experiment with whatever career path I'm taking. And so far, I'm seeing sort of a career path that I have in mind. For instance, I could go for just straight up, I can just be a programmer. I can just straight up be a back-end developer on some freaking website. I would just do that. Maybe I would become a programmer for an indie studio someday. Or I would just work as a modeler. Those kinds of jobs, alright? I wouldn't have been able to go, and know about these things if they didn't allow me to actually pursue it, you know? So I'm in a very fortunate position as that. But I feel like every kid should have that. Every kid should at least be able to have the ability to pick up something, and if they're interested in it and actually want it to become a job, then, you know, encourage it, you know? I feel like people, like there's a, especially sort of in the older generation, they sort of have like a mentality that if it works, it works, right? And I even had this one time where this was at the time when I recently got the lung disease, right? And I was talking about my like sort of my after my college life thingamajig, and I was like, you know what? Now that I've sort of like gotten this, I'm like, what if I like take medical? What if I just become like a doctor or a nurse, right? And they pay well, right? They pay well. They do pretty good, and I'm sort of interested in like making like helping other people, right? And I was, and my sister was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, you should tell that to mom." All right, and so I told it to my mom, and she went, "Why?" she just plainly tell me, "Why? Why would you want to become a doctor? It's so much work. It like on the in a relative sense, working hours compared to your pay, it's pretty much above average, and you work in like holidays as well. You don't have holidays. Like, why would you want to become a doctor?" And I was like, well, I guess I guess you make a point. Yeah, like, I mean, why would I become a doctor? Now that you pointed out those things, and so I asked my dad as well. I was like, all right, my mom doesn't agree. Maybe if I ask my dad, right? Maybe my dad would know, right? Because I mean, he probably knows what to do, right? And so I said to my dad, "Hey, yo, Dad, I might actually become like a doctor or something." And he's like, "Why?" He had the same response. He's like, "No, no, 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 no." He's like, "No, no, no, don't. All right, look, listen. All right, it just work on something that like you like, or if you don't still don't know, at least work in something modern like media." Like apparently he, because the thing is, maybe it's biased, right? Because my dad works in media, so he probably thinks that, oh, I mean, I work in media, it pays pretty well. You should just also work in media. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. You know, I guess I'll just also work in media. I mean, if it worked for him, it probably would work for me as well. All right. Anyways, that was sort of a tangent that I went to. But I guess that's sort of the format for these. How do you make yourself more motivated? It's very hard to give a straight answer to this question because it's a loaded question. But what I would say, and it works every freaking time. It works every time. I don't care what anybody says. There's nothing more motivating than a deadline. Like, every time that you go to school, the only reason as to why people are motivated to make the homework is because there's a deadline. Someone told you, hey, you should finish this at this time and you should pass it. So, anything with a deadline, you would be inclined to finish it. Alright? It doesn't matter what it is. Like, as long as you have a deadline on it, you would be like, okay, we have to get this stuff done. Alright? Like, you're just sort of... You sort of just learn to do it. You know, you just sort of learn to be like, okay, I guess I'll just have I guess I'll just do it, and then that's it, alright? And it doesn't matter if you do it over the span of a week, it doesn't matter if you do it all in one day, as long as you finish it in that deadline, at least you can say that you have finished it, you know? At least you can say that you have finished whatever you started, and you can learn from the mistakes that you had after you've done it, you know? Like, I think people don't really, like, put themselves in a position to finish stuff. And I did that the same with Vanderbilt. I put myself in a position where I was like, I can finish this at any point, right? I'll finish this at some point, right? So, I eventually just pushed it off for so long, and now I've put myself in a position, alright? I've rebranded the channel, and I'm making sort of like a bold step for myself that, yes, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is what these are the steps that I'll take, right? Like, I want to have sort of confidence going in, just to make sure that whatever happens, at least I took the leap. That sort of deal. So, I think that's primarily probably going to be the tip that I'll just give. You just start and give yourself a deadline, and at the end of the day, at least you finished something, alright? Doesn't matter if it's like in your standard. Doesn't matter if it's like the highest quality you can possibly get. At the end of the day, you finished something, you should be proud of it, you know? Let's see. Hi, Mod! There's another quote from a doctor. Should have stopped at med school. Really? Okay. Interesting quote from a doctor. I don't think I want to be that guy's doctor. Imagine... Imagine if someone said, I should have stopped med school while you're getting surgery. No. I don't want to know that from my doctor, dude. I feel like he's gonna be like an anxiety wreck. I have a question. Put milk first or cereal first? I've always been a cereal first guy, but the weird part is that in the Philippines, well, for our case anyway, raw milk or like liquid milk isn't really that popular. So oftentimes we have, you know, powdered milk, alright? So what I would do, if I ever have cereal, which by the way, we rarely really even eat cereal, we just eat bread. So, normally, what I would do, is I would take cereal, I would put it in a bowl, and I would grab a spoonful of milk powder, I would put it in the bowl, and then I would mix the cereal with the milk powder, and then I would put water in it. And so the milk, the milk powder turns into actual milk from the water. And then I eat it. That's how I eat it. Like, I don't know if anybody else does it, but I do it that way. Unless if there's soy milk. I love soy milk. I would put soy milk in my veins if I have to. I am cripplingly addicted to freaking soy milk. Everything that has soy milk in it, I would just drink it. Alright? Doesn't matter what it is. Like, it's dangerous. I don't know why. Like, I just love soy milk. For some reason. A deadline makes me nervous as hell. I eventually give up or do it as garbage as hell before the class starts. Hey, okay, so first of all, at least you finished it. Alright, at least you finished it, alright? You have to be proud of that, at least. You have to be proud of the fact that you finished it, even if it's garbage. At least you finished it, alright? I mean, if you give up on it, that's sort of, I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I typically don't really give up that easily on stuff. Like, I would consider every possible option before I would say, okay, I'm throwing the towel. Alright? Like, I would at least have some sort of standard until I give up, you know? Crunchy cereal or soggy cereal? People are gonna kill me for this. I actually kind of like soggy cereal. I like soggy cereal, okay? It kind of reminds me of oatmeal, alright? Like, first you're eating crackers, and all of a sudden you're eating oatmeal. It's kind of cool. For me, anyways. I don't know about other people, but I just like it. You can't be proud of garbage. The thing that you just have to, like, remember is that you finished it, alright? Like, at least you finished it. That's the thing. Like, you don't necessarily have to be proud of everything you make. That's what psychopaths do. Like, they're proud of everything that they do because they feel like everything that they make is great. Like, you can just be proud of the fact that you finished it and that's it. Like, you don't really have to be proud of specific aspects about it. Like, oh, I am proud of the fact that I put coloring on this, or I'm proud that I printed this, or something. And you don't really have to be proud of those specific things. You can just be proud of the fact that you finished it, and that's it. Right? Nothing more, nothing less. I'm gonna send the whole description in 1 minute. Get ready. Of what? I'm not exactly sure. When your group is finally finished in the presentation, even though it's crappy, but the pain is over. Exactly, right? Exactly. Hey, what's up? Hi, Sunny. You need to be proud of what you do, though. Yeah, but you have to sort of, you just sort of have to sometimes lie back a bit, Look at it in the grand scheme of things, Like, for instance, this is what I learned. When I was in grade 8, alright? I was in grade 8, and I was doing fairly well. I was in top honors for school, and I've sort of noticed a pattern being like, man, I care too much about having good grades. It wasn't exactly it wasn't a mandatory thing. Again, my parents are super laid back. As long as I don't flop school, they're pretty much okay. So I was so focused on school, and I would be like, man, I got a 93. I got a 95 before. I would be super critical about myself on that stuff. And it's really just a matter of just moving on about it. You don't really care about the small things, I believe after I had the realization, I just figured, hey, I'm probably gonna get a pretty high grade, and that's about that. All right, there really isn't anything much to this. It's just a piece of paper that has numbers in it that tells you that if you're going to get a higher university or whatever. That's it. Right? I have sort of found out over the course of the years that you just sort of have to lay back sometimes. You don't really have to take everything as in oh, this is such an important decision. This is such a you have to just sort of look at it in the big picture, And so when people get caught up when they made something and they feel like it's trash, they feel like it's bad, right? They don't see the big picture of hey, this could be the first part of whatever you're making. For example, if you're drawing, right? Obviously, if you try first, if you're drawing, you're gonna be absolute trash, okay? Unless if you're a prodigy, you're gonna be absolutely dog water on just any skill. You would just be dog water on it. So it really doesn't matter if you do bad in it, as long as you can move on from it, alright? It doesn't really matter if oh, you did really bad on this, you did really bad on that. As long as you can learn from it and move on. That's it. I've sort of learned that, you don't have to say that everything that you make is garbage, and after that you made garbage, then you can't really improve from that, right? That's not really how it works. You're supposed to improve if you look back and be oh wow, this is the stuff that I learned over the years, right? Kind of like drawing. You just learn over the years what looks good and what doesn't look good. Really, that's what drawing is. I try to make an MB's Adventure Alpha release will be on October or November. I'll probably release the full version when I fix up the coding for the alpha. Also, I'll start developing when I get the mouse. You've been developing with a mouse? You're ridiculous. I don't understand you. I cannot live without a normal mouse. I remember my sister had a broken mouse, and I almost had a seizure. I was like, you live like this? You have a broken mouse that the scroll wheel doesn't work, and half of the time the mouse just like jumps to the other end of the screen. I was like, bro, get yourself a new mouse, or I'm gonna throw this mouse to the freaking wall. Like, it's ridiculous as to how long she's been living with this mouse. I don't understand. But if it's garbage, it's garbage. You can't lie to yourself. Yeah, you don't have to lie to yourself. No one's telling you to lie that it's good. Like, you're not, like, I feel like you're missing the point here. The point is, you're not supposed to say that if it's good or bad. If it's bad, you can say it's bad, right? And then that's it. Like, I feel like if you just focus on the fact that it's bad, and then you don't move on from it, I feel like you're not gonna go anywhere. It's kind of like you made your first cake, and it's like, oh, baking's just not for me. Obviously, you're gonna flop your first cake. Like, it's obvious. Like, it's like you just have to learn from the mistakes that you did. Story time, when I had PTSD, I will think of if I'm gonna be in university or the military. I was 6. Damn. You are woke. Woke. I mean, hey, look, I mean, if you think like that when you're 6 years old, I wish I thought like that when I was 6 years old. I don't know what I was thinking when I was 6 years old. I don't know, what was I thinking when I was 6 years old? I had like a weird addiction with card games, and I would just have cards. I don't know why. That's such a freaking nerd-ass thing to do. Now that I look at it, it's a gigantic waste of money. But I mean, it's pretty cool. I guess that's how I got into like card games. So I could thank that for that. What if you can't improve? Then that's the wrong mindset, you know? Like, if you already ahead of time think that you can't improve on, like, anything after you've done it first try, then you're not gonna get anywhere. That's not how it's gonna work. You're gonna have to keep trying and trying, and there's like, it's mostly just any skill that you learn is sort of just a patience test. Like how long are you willing to learn this over and over again and just be like, okay, I'm done with this. I spent way too much time on this, and that's it. Like, for example, me, alright? For example, me, at the beginning of quarantine, I bought myself 3 balls, alright? 3 balls of, like, just, like stress balls, right? OO intro 1 Discord server. Wait, what? Wait, is it actually? What? It says just chatting. Wait, hold on. That's so strange. Anyways, I bought myself 3 stress balls, and I said to myself, I'm gonna learn how to juggle like over the course of this quarantine, right? And I tried it. I tried every single day. I practiced for an hour, right? I practiced for an hour. I would just do juggling, and then it just didn't click. I just can't juggle. It just won't work. And after like a week of trying to juggle, I've gotten like maybe 5 seconds of it like continuously, but other than that, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not okay. I'm throwing in the towel. Like it could have been cool, but honestly, it's just I can't figure it out. You know, that's just that. And that's it. You just move on from that, and then that's it. Like I'm not gonna put in my resume like milk and banana can't juggle. Like it's it's not gonna be like anything important. Like, it's just there, you know? Like, that's it. You move on, and then that's it. Mouse just broke recently. Oh, so it's recent. Okay, I thought you've been like freaking developing without a freaking mouse all the time. Goodness gracious. Hamburger sussy balls, of course. Okay, anyway, bye. Alright, Gamma. Kinda impossible to move on. Well, I mean, that's your... You just have to sort of learn that over time. I think you would just learn it after you sort of... You know, you sort of grow a little older. You would just sort of learn to let go of things here and there. You would just learn it. I learned it when I was in grade 8, and you would just learn it. At some point, you would just be like, all right, that's it. Like you would just figure it out, and everybody figures it out on their own way. I draw without a mouse. It's just hand drawn. Ooh. Like, do you scan it? Do you take a picture of it or something? Maybe. Alright, I'm done sending the description of the stream. Oh, that's what you were doing? Yeah, that was... I did not understand what the hell you were talking about, dude. Also, why is my chat frozen? My chat is... Oh, there we go. My chat's finally working. What the hell? I think I'm having artistic juice on my brain, but I don't want to die to become famous. Wait, what does that mean? I don't want to die to become famous? Oh, oh yeah, right. The meme of like artists only become famous when they're dead. True. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, hey, look, nowadays you can be famous on, you know, just posting your stuff on social media, and maybe, all right, maybe you'll blow up, and then boom, that's it. Like nowadays, that's sort of just the case with fame anyway. Like fame normally, like you would just sort of catch it, and then if you catch it, you just have it now. Like it's like winning the lottery. Like you either get it or you don't get it, and then that's it. And then it's like how many tries you do on social media, and then that's how you do it. You ever just get drunk after drinking 5 bottles of Yakult? I would love to drink 5 bottles of Yakult, but I don't think I have enough financial stability to have that. Like, if I ever have the chance to drink soy milk every single day for the rest of my life, I would do it in a heartbeat. Congrats! You're famous! Wow! The PC has a touchscreen. Yo, that's epic. I kind of want to buy a tablet screen, but honestly, it's so it's so irrelevant that I'm like, I could just like do stuff with a mouse anyway. I already have like a Wacom Intuos. I don't need a tablet screen, so I don't know. Sort of just a thing that I was like, man, that would be really cool. I know an artist who is very popular in Germany. His name was Hitler. Yeah, he was a dick, but hey, he was indeed an artist. I guess, on how he looks at it. I just see the most Russian thing. Russian woman giving birth to a baby while fighting a bear. Yes. Yes. That is the video. That is a video right there. Alright? You send that to Russia and Putin will accept you as his son. Hands down. Hell yeah, soy boys. I mean, look. Alright, I may be a soy boy, but I'm a big soy boy. Alright, me, big soy boy. How to get famous. Record video. Edit video. Upload video. Get 1 trillion views. I know, it's that easy. Dude, remember when freaking dubbing, like, anything was already enough to make you famous? Dubbing a song on YouTube apparently makes you famous? Dude, That's crazy. I mean, nowadays, that's kind of a thing now with TikTok, right? But, man, strange. Strange how the world works and what they think is interesting. Soon when MB gets more popular, he would be known as the soy milk and banana. Yes, I would just be soy milk. Dude, imagine if I have my own soy milk brand. That would be amazing. If like my channel goes under, right? I would just become like that one guy. I would just sell soy milk, and it would just be like there. Like, oh yeah, he's like the owner of that soy milk company. Oh boy. Have you ever seen one of those video advertisements about the guy fighting the kung fu best to get salmon? It's funny. I have never seen those, but you know what? I mean, there's been a lot of funny ads. Like, I think I remember. I don't know why. This is probably like I don't know why they did this as an ad. But do you guys remember this ad from Snickers? Like they had a Snickers ad where there was this there was like a soccer team, and apparently there was this like geisha. There was this geisha as a goalkeeper, and she can't catch the ball. Right? She can't catch it, and she's acting like super weak, like, oh no, oh gosh, right? Like she can't catch it, and then she gave like the boys gave her a Snicker, and then all of a sudden he turns to like an Italian soccer player, and he was like, play, like I don't remember like the tagline, but I think it says like play like real men. Snickers. I was like, that seems a little when I first saw that ad on TV, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, this ad seems a little sexist. I don't know about this, dude. I have a suggestion. What if we combine both Reaction Sunday and Just Chatting Saturday into one day instead? We'll finally make a day for the Retro Day. Hell yeah, I'm gosh darn smart. I mean, like, if you really love Retro Day, then we'll probably, I don't know, like, well, we can probably have like a programming in it at some point, but right now, we don't really have a spot for it. Wait, there's Reaction Sunday? I'm gonna want to be in Sunday then. Yeah, it's we do Reaction Sunday. We do meme review on Sundays as well. I'm gonna put the line in the Discord server, and then I'm gonna set the line before we react to memes, and then we're gonna be reacting to memes, and then we are just reacting to YouTube and stuff like that, you know. Heyo, I was just playing some TF2 with Beam. Also, I made him a spy profile picture. Epic. That's very nice of you. Oh, you're not you when you're hungry? Yeah, that ad. There is that the tagline? You're not you when you're hungry? Oh my gosh, dude, that ad is, man. That, I don't know what marketing team they proposed that thing. I don't understand how it went through PR and they thought that this was okay. But at the end of the day, that was like an old commercial. So like I think they probably didn't know what to do at the time, or they were just incredibly dated. What did the Italian robber say to the chef? Cocca the pie or you will die. Nice. Cool. There's a TV ad about a candy bar, but there's a candy Hawaiian woman that sings Beethoven song. Interesting. Interesting. I've never seen that ad. There's a language called gay. From what country? check it out if you want, and if you really want, ask for one, and I'll probably do it. Hey, that's cool. I don't know why, but my FNF videos get views, but when I upload a non-FNF videos, the videos go skull. And that's how the algorithm works. Welcome to YouTube. It it doesn't care about anything that you upload. As long as it's not meta on your channel, it's not gonna work. Okay, it's just not gonna work. Like for instance, in my channel, like in the other channel that I had before, I did GD content, and then there was a time when if I didn't do GD content, it would just do terribly. It would just tank, because that's what the algorithm pushes, you know? Like what was it? Supply meets demand. Like you would just need to supply the demand of the masses. If the masses like FNF videos, and they don't get an FNF videos, they won't watch it. Because that's apparently how it works. I mean, they weren't sexist, cause there is a female version. Plus, these ads are still in air. Really? So they made a, like, cause I vividly remember it was like male soccer players, and then for some reason it was a female geisha on the commercial, and they make it seem like she's weak sauce or something. And I get it. I get the ad. I get the purpose of the ad. But like, I don't know. Like maybe nowadays it wouldn't fly, but now I guess, hey, if it's the same gender, it's not sexist, I guess. Welcome to the internet, pretty much, yeah. I should check Reddit for what people said. Oh yeah, right, you got like tons of upvotes for your render. You were cracked. When did I come here? It felt like a year ago. Yeah, I don't know how long have you been watching, actually. I don't actually know. FNF fans, when they are in my channel, oh my gosh, FNF video, I'm gonna watch it. FNF fans, when they see a non-FNF video on my channel, I won't watch. Yeah. I mean, hey, you gotta respect the audience, you know? You gotta respect it. Like, if they just don't like the content, you just have to back away and be like, yep, it's just not working. It's just not working. So, you just kind of have to stick with that, you know? When you're going to prison, but the chips are slurking. Yes, obviously. Obviously, this is sponsored by Alright, no. Why do you keep clicking on that thing? Alright. Anyways. Read the little country things I've been saying. You're saying Korea or leaving, USA or go away. I know there's puns in there, but honestly, I do not care. I would just be frank. I do not care about whatever the heck you're doing. Alright? Like, I mean, if you want me to be a freaking telebox and just freaking say those, then sure, you had that. I really, like, you're not getting anything, you're not giving me any relevant things to talk about anyway. Let's talk about TF2. It's pretty cool. I actually, you know what? I've been missing TF2 a little bit. Maybe I'll play it. Maybe I'll play it for a stream. It's a pretty cool game. Pretty cool game. I like TF2. Because the thing with TF2 is that it's primarily all non-competitive, which is what I like about it. All right, like it's not hyperly competitive. Like if you want it to be competitive, you can go for competitive. But if you just want to casually play, it's such a good game to play. Like you can just literally hop in a casual, and you would just play until hours go by. I mean, I don't really do it nowadays, but if I don't have anything to do, like, playing TF2 would be pretty good. You would just sort of waste time. Now I really want macaroni with chicken strips. had that. Macaroni with chicken strips? Is that like a popular thing? I know you can add chicken chicken it's a very chicken meat. There you go. That's a better term. I was about to just say chicken flesh. Like I know you put chicken meat in macaroni, but like whole chicken strips, like deep fried chicken, like maybe I'm just confusing this because every time that people say chicken strip, I would always think about it as the fried chicken strip. We never really have a chicken strip that's like boiled or like it's baked. We don't really have that. Like when we think of chicken strip, it's deep fried. That's how we think of chicken strips. You should. It's pretty nice. I know. It's a good game. It's just that it's not updated. It's just not getting updated. You still like GD? Because I do. Yes, I do like GD. It's a pretty alright game. Like I still watch GD content, right? I still watch Nexus, right? Looking at levels, seeing the levels, and that's why I still keep up with like level primarily. Like, oh, I knew that Rust came out, right? Like I knew that. Like it would just sort of like I sort of just catch up with stuff, you know. And overall, I just keep up with the creator scene primarily. I don't really keep up with like the hardest extreme demon. I don't really do that anymore. Like before I was sort of like, okay, that's cool. Now I'm just like, just whatever. You do your thing. I eat chicken with eggs so I can eat both the mom and the son. Yummy. Hey, the circle of life. Okay, so most of the feedback that I said that my stuff was good, my posing is good, but I need work on my lighting. Yeah, I think that's primarily what you just need to work on. You have really good sense of composition. Like, I think the reason as to why people told me that I was good at drawing is because I was just good at organizing my drawings. Like, I just knew how to sort of make stuff look clumped. And they were like, oh, wow, that's cool. And that's sort of what gave me an edge, really. Like, I just knew how to put stuff together, and then that's it. Like, even if it looked like crap, it at least looked like organized crap. By the way, Milkman, have you seen a very long text before on suggestions tab on the server? It's a Pac-Man ROM and an NES emulator. I haven't. I have seen your like Sonic stuff that you sent. You sent like another game, like another Sonic game that you'll be like, hey, if you liked Sonic Mania, you can also try this one. Like I saw that one. Please play Blender. If you want Blender content, go to my other channel. You can see like in my banner, you would see Vandeville. That's where I do Blender stuff. You can go there. It's the circle of life, I know. When the chips are so hard that you're in the graveyard. You know what? The freaking Chips, what was the company? Chips Ahoy or whatever? Like, pretty genius ad campaign. They sort of did the Grubhub strategy. Make people cringe so bad that now people just treat you as a meme. You know? Hey, they pulled a 5-head all over us. They actually pulled out a 5-head out of every single one of us. And now everyone's talking about how cringy the freaking meme is. You know? Please play SFM. Play SFM. Yes, I play with a 3D engine. Big Chungus, Chunga Face 2, Episode 3. Coming in 2022, hopefully. Dang. That's crazy. Gmod roleplay? Only problem with Grubhub is that they don't pay their drivers well. I think I've heard that a lot with like anything like delivery basis, like food delivery or like item delivery or straight up like delivering people to other places. Like for example, Uber or something like that. They just have a weird thing that they just don't really get paid that well. Like it's kind of a rough thing because they know that the people who would be working in these companies would be the people who are just like either they have a really weird side gig or they treat this as just their day ends meet job. You know, they need to pay food, they need to pay for rent, that kind of deal. So they sort of undercut, like they undercut them, which is just really sad. You should eat these chips with caution because they're made from a. I'm not okay. Anyone who sends like a freaking chips line, I'm not gonna read it. Okay, I'm just not gonna read it. I'm hungry for a tiny hot dog. Can someone make me a 3D blender of a tiny hot dog? Sure, man. Like a hot dog, yeah, that's easy. Go ahead, dude. Knock yourself out. The return of FNF mods. Never. I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, hey, I'm not saying that. Like, you're like the only vocal person who actually wants FNF mods to be back. Like, maybe also a Curla. Not really a lot of people want to see it. Like, it's not really in high demand. And I'm not particularly interested in it. And so if I'm not interested in it and the people are not interested in it, then what am I even like why would I do it? Do it right now, speedrun, put Dream speedrun music. Do it. What do you mean? Why would I speedrun? What would I speedrun? Understandable. Have a nice day. Make the hot dog. Make it. All right, fine. All right, you wanna see what's up? All right, you think that I can't model a hot dog? All right, I'll show you how to model a hot dog. All right, I'm gonna show you the fastest freaking hot dog in the land. Oh, people would be talking left and right about the hot dog that I'm making. All right, you wanna go down? All right, I'll make a freaking hot dog. Alright, let's do it. I bet I could do it in SFM faster. I mean, look, okay, you probably already have a hot dog on hand, okay? You probably already have a hot dog, okay? I feel like this is a rigged competition. Like, I feel like you already have a model, and you're just saying this because you know that you're gonna win. Because all you have to do is make the hot dog of a normal asset smaller, and that way you have a tiny hot dog. Alright? But I'd have to go to the assets of TF2? Yeah! Oh, it's so hard! Oh, you have to go to a folder. So hard! Oh my gosh! Yeah, right. Hey, if you're finished with the tiny hot dog, can you teleport it to me? Man, I'll try. I'll try to teleport it. Alright, I'll try to teleport it. Well, I mean, I know I have a frog and have to import a map. Alright, you know what? Here's the deal. Okay, so all I have to do is model a hot dog. All I have to do is model a hot dog. What you have to do is you have to make a full render of a hot dog on a plate on a table. How about that? I feel like that's fair competition. If you can place a table, a plate, and a hot dog in a map at the same time that I'm able to model a hot dog and color the hot dog, then I would be good. Fair? Alright, fair. Here we go. Oh wait, I need dream music. Hold on. Obviously. We gotta have our Lord and Savior, Dream. Let's have Dream speedrun music. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Yes. Oh, I'm in the mood. Finally. Alright. Here we go, here we go, here we go. How do I prove that the timer is here? I gotta make this window really small. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Here we go. So I have, okay. To give some context, I have, okay. Wait a minute. It's really hard to see chat right now. Okay. So there you go. So, I have a blank Blender file. Alright. No Blender file anything. No preparation. All I have to do is model a hot dog. Alright? Watch this. I mean, that's already halfway there. That's a pretty good hot dog if I say so myself. Faster! Do it faster. I don't know why I'm being such a perfectionist about this. Like, there really is no need for me to be super perfecto about this. It's a glizzy! It's a big boy glizzy, too. You know what? I'm even gonna add a sauce. Sure. I'll add a sauce because I'm respectful. I know I'll color it, okay? Chill your freaking tits. Alright. I ate hot dog with no sauce? You need therapy. That's what you need. Done. Time. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Eat that. Oh, baby. Look at that hot dog. All right. I mean, if you look at that hot dog, man. Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic hot dog. All right. Look at that. Look at that. And you know what's even better? Infinite hot dogs. Everybody in the street. Oh gosh, my computer's actually gonna crash. Bro, my freaking PC straight up froze for a sec. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, hold on. First of all, let me calm down. Okay, dream, stop, dream. Okay, chill out. Okay, I'm gonna teleport that. to Mr. Dank the Gamer. All right, I hope you're happy. I got you a hot dog. Got you a hot dog, and that's too good. No, teleport it now. You see, I mean, look, it takes some time to get to the postal office. All right. Look, as much as we have interdimensional teleportation, we also have a interdimensional postal office, and they have to, sort of sort through other stuff as well. So, yeah, it might take a little while to get the hot dog, Anyways, So yeah, that was that. That actually got my heart beating for a sec. I was like, yo, I was like straight up. I'm actually might be able to do this pretty quickly. Oh man. I wish we could have the power to duplicate food and other things. If we have that ability, I don't freaking know, dude. First to post to Discord, that's not the rules. Alright, you're now making rules up. You're making rules up. Alright? That's not part of the competition. All it is just make the hot dog. Alright? That's all I had to do. Check Discord. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious. What does your scene look like? Let me check. I beat you to Discord, get wrecked. Easy, easy. Okay. First of all. Not gonna lie. If I saw this hot dog, I would feed it to a dog. What is this? Hot dog. My hot dog looked scrumptious. Alright? My hot dog looked supreme. This thing looks like a fleshlight. What is this? What is this thing? Also, the plate is backwards. Well, I think that's more of just a comedic touch. But like, what kind of, what hot dog is this? I had to get a scout hat to remodel it. There's no plate model. What? So there's no plate model in TF2? I thought there was. So they don't have a plate model for TF2? Holy moly. Oh dear. Not a cucumber. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I mean, look, Dank Gamer will decide, alright? Look, all I'm saying is that my hot dog is not a whole dog, okay? I have a hot dog. He has a whole dog, alright? It's up to you, man. I'm just saying. I feel as though the man made a donut rather than a hot dog, but that's just my personal take on it. Bro, that looks more like a dong than a hot dog. R/suddenly gay. When you suddenly see dicks all around and like, oh gosh, am I actually gay? Read it? When the chips... Oh my gosh, I already know that it's going to... Nope, I'm not reading it. Nope, you can't make me read it. I do not care. Don't watch LOL's SFM hot dog at 3 a.m. Yeah, dude, that's the new creepypasta. Imagine. Imagine if that's the new creepypasta, the hot dog. I mean, they have the bread. They gotta have the hot dog. Alright? That would be pretty nice. If you read no more chips. Are you promised? I mean, look, it's just one person, okay? What does one mere person have in this chat anyway? Okay? If one man promises to not kill someone for the rest of their life, if they just kill one person, then what does that even matter? Okay? I do not have any negotiations, okay? As a wise man once told me, never negotiate with the devil. I mean, chat. So I'm not going to negotiate, okay? I'm just not. I don't feel like it's fair that you just made one single hot dog and Peter just made a setup. I mean, if Peter said it's fair, okay then. Look! Alright? I specifically stated, okay, you can look back at the VOD. Alright, I stated clearly the rules. I stated I will have to model a hot dog from scratch, everything from scratch, and then he has to set up an entire render, okay? That's the rules. I follow the rules. And he decided to make whatever the heck that is, and then try to change the rules with the freaking Discord thing. Okay? I followed the rules. Man, I feel like this one time when I feel like this one time when I applied for an editor, and I was like, okay, so the way you're supposed to apply as an editor is that, like, they would give you a video, like an unedited video, and you would have to edit it, right? And they would see if you're, good enough. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna crush this, right? So I made a banging video for an unnamed YouTuber. I will not say the name of this YouTuber, but I was like, man, I absolutely nailed this video, all right? This video is absolutely amazing, all right? And so I set the video over, waited a bit, and then he picked a video that's pretty much almost the same style as me, right? I would even say that mine is a little smoother because I added smooth transitions, also added some memes in. He added an intro. He added a little template intro that you can find in like freaking freetemplate.com. And he got it. He got the job. And I was so pissed because he didn't say that you can add an intro to your video. I would have added such a banging intro for his video, but no, he didn't freaking state it on the rules. And I was like, I was just following the rules, sir. I don't know why he just ended up picking something that's not even in the rules, but whatever, okay? I'm still salty about it to this day, but I told my family about it, and they were just like, well, you should have added the intro. Like, that's all they said. Should have added an intro, dummy. They just, why didn't you add an intro? And you know what? Touche. I guess it is indeed a thing. Anything that I'll edit from now on, I'll just add an intro. I'll just make an intro for them. Doesn't matter what YouTuber it is. No one even said at the start posted on Discord first. I know, okay. I will move on from this conversation. Let's move on from that. What? That stupid intro made in 1 minute that still says template? No. All he did was like have the picture, the profile picture of the creator, and make it spin, and have the name pop out after it spins with like a little sound, like something like that, and then that's the intro. And basically the video is almost exactly the same as mine, but he got accepted probably because of the freaking zoom in, probably because of the intro. Because that's primarily the difference. Like, I watched the entire video, alright? I wanted to improve, okay? Like, this is what I do. If I lose at something, I want to see who won and how did they win, alright? Like, I want to see, I want to quantifiably see what they did to win. And all they did from the evidence that I saw was add an intro. Everything else is practically the same. We didn't use the same memes, we didn't use the same sound effects, but it's basically the exact same thing. But it's literally the intro. That's the only difference that he added, and I'm still salty to this day. I worked a freaking 8-hour job on that freaking video, like straight up, and for some reason, an intro trumped it over. I mean, look, I'm gonna be real. He probably also took 8 hours to also edit the video, but I'm just saying, it didn't state it in the rules. Didn't state it. All right. I just stick by the rules. Make a cringe intro like me. I kidnapped the kid Karen. Those intros, gaming intros be like? That kind of meme. I should make an epic intro. You know what? Did I show this on the old goodbye stream? I used to have a 3D intro. Like straight up. Like, because the thing was, every GD YouTuber has a 3D intro, and I was like, hey, I want to have one of those, and so I made one in like a primitive version of Blender, and I just rendered it overnight, and then I got it, you know. My intro would be like this: epic music, fard, vine boom, avocados from Mexico, what the dog doing, done. Hey man, look, if you're going for that Gen Z humor, whatever, I cannot really, I can't keep up with that stuff. If you keep up with that stuff, good on you, dude. You'll have an audience, at least. Anyways, that was a quite a tangent we went in. My water is out, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab some water, and then we'll see what you guys have provided in chat. So I'll be right back. And we're back. Hello, everybody. I am back. Got myself some more water and some more time to chat. Let's see what we got on chat today. I upload my intros to YouTube. So you make intro templates. That's pretty cool. Do you like get paid for it, or is it just all free commission? Like, how do you exactly, like, are you planning to earn money from it or something? Because I've heard that there's a lot of these channels, and apparently you actually, like, get paid from these, but I don't really understand how. But sadly, I don't have any editing skills. You should try some, you know? You can get, like, a free like, there's a lot of free video editors out there now. Freaking Blender has a video editor, if you guys don't know. Blender is just not a 3D program. You can, like, do basically every workflow in Blender. You can draw in Blender, you can model in Blender, you can edit in Blender, you can freaking add special effects in Blender, you can do a lot of stuff in Blender. So if you're really willing for it, go ahead. I personally didn't, because the UI just is so different from mine that I felt like I had to relearn the program again, so, you know. Lore time, skid from FNF throw avocado from Mexico into boyfriend. Oh no, the avocado. Yeah, it's free, but you can pay me in Discord Nitro. That's the payment you take? I don't know, dude. Alright, saying this as a friend, open a PayPal account. Like, I feel like if you just accept Discord Nitros, I mean, like, I don't even think you can cash out Discord Nitros, alright? You gotta have that physical dough, okay? Like, I don't think if I get commissions, I'll be like, okay, can you pay in V-Bucks, please? Like, I don't think I'll be paying on that, alright? Crypto, maybe. If they pay in crypto, I would take it, but, like, I would not take, like, subscriptions as payment. Someone has to name your name so he can use YouTube templates. Dude, that would be epic. Imagine. He would just have, like, a new intro every video. Because literally everything is your name. Dude, that's amazing. The biggest 5-head strat, you know? CapCut is a free video editor, no ads and in-app purchases. I use it on my one-shot video. Ooh, nice recommendation. I'm back. Anyways, MB, my father, Depario, wishes they didn't raise me because I don't have O's. I don't have O's for personal reasons. So what do I do? Do I leave Depario? Honestly, you should. He seems like an abusive father, right? You should branch on your own, and you should what do people You know what? I mean, it's a bit of a dark topic, but like, what do actual people do if they want to go away from their family? Where do they go? Like, straight up. I guess they go to their relatives. But like, how will you go to your relatives if you're just a kid? Dang, that's rough. Goodness gracious. Anyways, that was an incredibly dark turn. If I made intros, I cost money, I would make them like $30 because I don't know how good they are. Okay, maybe I'm joking. $30 seems pretty steep. I would think if it's an intro, like, what do you use? Do you use like Blender, After Effects? What kind of intros do you do? I'm assuming it's After Effects from the profile picture. I don't know how to draw, and I'm too lazy to learn how to draw. Well, I mean, look. I mean, you were stating about like video editing, so that's why I was like, you know, that's why I was saying you can use Blender for video editing, you know. Derpario, if you're seeing this, goodbye. I do not need child support. Oh boy. I will become frozen after a person said, "Tell us about yourself," and the person who said it was my friend's dad. I mean, yeah, look, hey, I think a lot of like, most of the time when I converse with people, then mostly I just introduce with like, you know, like, so what do you do? That sort of question, you know? And I sort of just dive into that, really. Like, it's more of just that. Like, that's like one way for you to just start a conversation, really. Like, you just sort of like start with what they do, you know? If their stuff is interesting to you, or if you have something in common. That kind of thing. I use Panzoid CM3. I have no idea what that is, but that sounds technical. It sounds like when people do 3D and they're like, "So what do you use?" "Oh, I use Houdini." And I'm like, "Oh, so you're like, you work in Marvel?" Like, because I only hear that stuff in Marvel. And I'm like, "Oh, so you're like a professional and stuff." "Oh, okay." Like, I have no idea what Panzoid CM3 is, but that's cool, man. Hi, sir. I'm a total failure. I mean, hey, look, that would be... If you can say that to an actual person, I mean, they would probably get the joke, you know? They would probably get it. As long as you say it in, like, a comedic tone, you know? Ambient chat. Do I leave Derpario, my abusive father, or get Os? Honestly, look, that all depends on you, really. Do you really, like, want to play Os? If you truly do, then go ahead. But if you don't, then that's completely fine. Alright? There is no need for this unnecessary quarrel with your father. You know? It's not needed. My most popular video has 125 views. Yo, that's epic. Let's go. Your channel name is so double meaning. Like, milk and banana? I don't know what double meaning you have. I mean, before it was even worse. Also, hi CRP. I don't really recognize you, but yeah, my old name was Milking Banana. I bet you know how that went. So, you know, I changed it to Milk and Banana. But I mean, you can, I mean, if with a stretch, you can probably sort of make some sort of innuendo around it. But I only have 19 subs. I mean, you do like creative domain stuff. So, you know, you sort of have to accept. You sort of just have to accept that. It's sort of like the same thing, with tutorial YouTubers. Like, that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't want to be a tutorial YouTuber for my rebrand. I was like, if I turn to a tutorial YouTuber, everyone would just know me as the tutorial YouTuber. And while that could be cool in some regard, I don't want to be the guy just acting like technical support. Like, I'm not that smart, okay? I'm not that smart on anything. I have enough knowledge on everything. So if I become the freaking the freaking tutorial guy, I would just be approached of all these questions that I do not know how to answer. I hate it when you apply for a job and they ask you, why do you specifically apply for us? Dude, isn't it obvious? I'm here for money. Y'all ain't special. If someone offered more, I'd go to them. Honestly, true. I hate, like, I remember that, like, a lot of people that say in podcasts how they get job, because yes, of course, obviously I watch podcasts. I heard about them talk about, like, job interviews, and yeah, they like, that question is basically asking, oh, so, like, do you ask for money from us? Like, how are you gonna answer that without coming off as an asshole? All right, how do you answer that? All right, because yes, technically I am here for the money. All right, like, sure, you can sort of meld it as a way of like, oh, I've always wanted to get this job, and I'm so fortunate to be in your company. But like, you would just come off as like you're just trying to suck him off. All right, like it's not really like it's gonna come off as bad any way you look at it. All right, any way you look at it, it's just bad. So most of the time, you just take the other option, which is just like you're just gonna be full plastic mode on it, being like, you know, I always wanted to work in a company like this. I've always envisioned to become on this position. I have practiced, like, you just say stuff in order for them to feel better, whatever. I definitely don't think of inappropriate things when I hear milking banana. I know, same. I don't think of it as anything inappropriate until I got banned from a Discord server, but that's another story. But I literally did not think of it as any innuendo, like, at all, until that moment. Like, I straight up just thought it was a cool name. Okay, I just think it was a cool name. I don't know why people think it's sexual or something, but I guess it is. So, frick society. I'm kidding. Frick society. Why can't I name myself Milking Banana without calling myself a penis? Okay. I just want a judge-free zone. Okay. I just like milk and banana. Why are you fired from the last job? Well, because I want to try something new. That's one way. That's one way to get fired. I don't know what try something new means, but alright. I'm just here to give you my skills and effort for you to just pay me. Yeah, true. I mean, that's like the straightforward answer. Like, I don't think I'll ever go to a job interview and say that. Because if you say that, then like, you're gonna come off as like, oh, well, I just do this for the money. I don't care about my coworkers. I don't care about like, you want to care about your coworkers, you know? Like, you're a part of a team. Alright? You don't want to, be that negative Nancy being like, oh, I just hate my job. like, you don't want to do that, alright? Like, you want to make your job bearable, alright? Like, that's something that I want to do. Like, if I ever have like an office job, at the bare least, if it's gonna get boring, at least make it bearable, you know? Someone needs to make a channel called Watery Peach, and then rebrand to Water and Peach. If someone made that, I would love to collab with them. That would be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Alright? We don't think anything different, alright? We just wanted watery peaches and milking bananas, okay? You guys are just filthy-minded freaks, okay? We just wanted our bananas and peaches in peace. Oh my gosh, guys, I found Matt from Wii Sports in a cereal. That is completely relevant to the conversation, and I'm happy that you're here. Nice. Son, we're gonna have a talk about something. You see, we call it milking banana. And son, we gotta explain the birds and the bees first. Oh, man. Dude, imagine if your parents saw your channel name and they're like, son, let me explain to you. Son, this is just not how things work in the world. You see, when... Oh, my goodness. I just noticed the thumbnail. It says, I know everything, yes. What? It says I know everything, yes? Where? I'm sorry, what? I didn't put any text on my thumbnail. Wait, hold on, what? Where is it? I know everything, yes. I don't really see it. It's just me looking at it, sort of thinking deeply. That's it. Or frowning, whatever you way to look at it. I got recommended the OG Kingdom Come ad. Really? Are they still around? Oh wait, no, recommended. So that means it showed up on your YouTube. Ah, got it. It was in a meme context. Anyways, let's talk about let's see, what can we talk about? Cause I'm not, okay, so here's the thing. I'm not really a big news guy. Like, I think the only thing that I look up for recent stuff is COVID stuff, right? Like, oh, are we getting vaccinated? No. Okay, understandable. Have a nice day. Like, I don't really check the news. Like, the news to me is just sort of like, it's for them. I don't really watch the news. So, typically, when people talk to me, and when they don't have anything to talk about, and they want to talk about the news, I act like I'm a Neanderthal. I don't know anything that's happening in the world. I'm just like, wait, what? That's happening? Oh my gosh. Like, I'm just like, just super not caught up with anything. Hey, what do you like from this company besides everything that give you money and party? Quitting. That's one way to remove yourself from a position. That's that. Don't say I swallow cum. I just did. Obviously. Because, yes. Should I rebrand my YouTube name to MG was Joseph or Joseph? Joseph sounds cool, but I mean, if your actual name is Joseph, I don't really like when people add their real name to their channel. I don't know. Like, I mean, if my name is James, and there's probably some channel just named James. Let me check. James, right? Wait, what? No, there has to be, like, channel. Wait, what? There isn't a single channel just named James. Bro, that's a missed opportunity. Just kidding. But yeah, I don't really like adding my my name on, like, anything online, really. Like, I don't really get it. Like, why like I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's just too much personal information. I feel like those kinds of information should be, like, you know, stuff that you should know when you know the creator, you know. Unless if you really want your character to be the personality, which in that case, sure. Like, I see vloggers do it a lot. Like, vloggers would just have their name as their channel name. Like, this is my name, that's my channel, you know? And sure, whatever. Let's see. I got a Nintendo Switch, and no, it's not a light switch with the word Nintendo on it. You got a Nintendo Switch. I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, oh, Nintendo Switch is cool and all, and me living with PC and laptop, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I, I mean, I'm getting all the entertainment I need on PC. I guess that's the difference, right? I grew up as a PC user anyway. Like, I never really... The only console experience that I had was a freaking Game Boy, and I broke that thing. And I ended up just having the conclusion that, these are expensive and easy to break. I am no longer buying these. Or ever getting these. Like, I think I've never really had a conscious, like, wanting of a console, like, ever. Because I always felt like, oh, you can just do that in the PC. So, maybe that's just me. Like, I just sort of think like that because I've gotten so used to just using, like, PCs. Son, I saw your history, and we're gonna talk of why you search up Milking Banana Minecraft. Why did you search that up, son? Now, Dad, it's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber, you know. he's like a YouTuber, like on YouTube. You're in the middle of the forest and you hear, Vsauce, Michael here. How fast can you run? And he just runs toward you, dude. Man, Michael is such an internet legend. Like, I think he's deserved to be, like, you know, like a solid figure in YouTube. Nowadays, he's sort of like, you know, in the background now. Now the big educational figure on YouTube is Tom Scott and who else? Who else are like the you know, the educational people? Physics Girl, maybe? You know, like it's those, you know, like informational YouTubers. Nowadays, there's a lot of like faceless ones. There's a lot like for example, Aperture. Do you guys watch Aperture? That seems pretty cool. I like that name, and also the videos that they make. The thumbnail is a mood, not gonna lie. Indeed, it's just heavily thinking. Also, hi Beam. Apparently, yeah, that's a spy profile picture. I can't really see it because the profile pictures in chat is really small, but. Yeah, apparently, Peter made it for you, which is epic. You know, he's trying to learn SFM, and you got yourself a free profile picture. That's cool. I got a Nintendo Switch for my birthday, and it came with Pokemon Sword. I want to play some Pokemon Sword. I kind of want to get into Pokemon. I've never really gotten into Pokemon. Like, I knew it was kind of cool. Like, I watched a little bit of the anime, but I was just sort of like, it was alright. I never really played it. Cause I like, if you want the extent of my Pokemon knowledge, like, game knowledge, that is. I got to the ship. I got to the cruise line, like, and after that, I just got bored and I left. I didn't continue after that. Like, after that, it was just sort of the same thing over and over and over. Like, I don't know. It's a little... for me, it's a little too grindy for my taste. Like, I wish there was a little bit of different mechanics here and there. Like, that's why I played a lot of, like, card games, because there's a lot of, like, nuance in card games. There's a lot of, like, strategy and, like, randomness. And there are a lot of randomness in Pokemon, but at the end of the day, you just kind of learn what attacks work and what attacks don't work. That kind of deal. So it's pretty boring. I wish they, like, leaned on more of, like, oh, you have to catch a lot of Pokemon, and then after that, you'd be able to get to, you know, the end of the game. And, you know, I don't know. Like, I just found it to be grindy, and I just sort of gave up. It's decent for his experience. I don't know too much of SFM myself. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, so I was very surprised that he actually was able to pull it off in like a day or two. He's very, very committed. I appreciate his commitment. Pokemon Sword, well, in my opinion, is not great as past Pokemon games. If you want the truest Pokemon experience, play Pokemon Platinum. I don't... Look, man, I just rate them the same thing. All of them are the same Pokemon thing of a jig. It's the same, like characteristic, really. Miitopia is my first Nintendo game. Yes, I'm young. Miitopia. Really? That's like super new. So that means that's your... I mean, I guess, what was my first Nintendo game? I guess whatever is in that freaking Game Boy. Whatever is in that Game Boy, I played that. Whatever. That's what I played. We took like 2 hours for this profile picture. Hey, you know what? 2 hours well spent for a okay, so from the distance, from what I can see from chat, I see a spy with a cigarette, with shades, with a bidet. Not a bidet. What's the thing that they wear? French people wear, like the hat. I forgot what they call it, but whatever. Like whatever French people wear, that hat, with red light at the bottom. That's what I see. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. Same here. One day, MG. One day. One day we'll have a Nintendo Switch. One day. But the problem is with Nintendo Switch, you have to buy games. Like, it's not like oh, you got a console? Cool. Now you have all the games of Nintendo. No. You have to buy the games too. I'm like, oh my gosh. Can you like waste so much money on like, oh my goodness, I can't. I only buy a Switch if I know that I have so much disposable income that it doesn't even matter. Like if I can buy a car, I'll buy a Nintendo Switch. That's probably what I'll do. Alright, son, I saw a milk and banana guy. He is fine. I thought he was something else. Do not ask what I thought it was. True. You don't have to look into it, okay? Pervert. Amazingly nightmarish. I don't want nightmares of Cynthia Garchomp brutally slicing me with its slicey thing on its hands. I do like the character designs, the Pokemon designs. They look pretty sick. I like it. Like, I like how the fact that they're, like, super cartoony, you know? I wish I was that creative with, like, making creatures. The best that I got is a freaking ball. YouTube is doing that thing again where it won't send my messages. I mean, I do see the messages, but like, is it like seen here? Because the thing is, sometimes live chat on my feed doesn't show up, but it shows up on the stream's chat, like this thing, like whatever you're seeing here, this thing. Like it would show up here, but it would not show up on this thing. So I have to keep looking back and forth, which is really annoying. But right now it's showing up pretty well. I mean, there's free games in the Nintendo eShop. Really? So you get like wait, does it cycle? Does it cycle though? So does that mean that you get like, oh, let's say you get Animal Crossing, and then you get it for a week, and then after that, it changes? Is that how it works? Because if that's the case, that's pretty cool. But still, you know, I mean, it would be nice if they just came with games right out the box. I'm gonna go watch a movie. Adios, MB. Alright, dude. Take care, man. I was saying I sent the full thing in DMs. Oh! Wait, what? Sent the full full SFM, I mean. Huh. Interesting. It's just that certain games are free? I don't know, dude. Like, if the games are free, there's probably a reason why they're free. Like, it's sort of like the same predicament. It's like, oh, you knew why it was free. You knew why. It's, I don't know. Like, I don't think they're gonna be giving away Stardew Valley on the Nintendo Switch for free. All right, like you would probably get freaking Berry Valley, the game, farming, 2020. That's free. like that would probably be that, you know. Like, and it's not like I personally think free games. I typically like to defend free games because oftentimes they get a bad rap being bad, but oftentimes that's just because it is, you know? Oftentimes free games just get really not that great. Like, there's some that are really good, and there's just a lot that are just not good. So, you know, that's just what it is. It's just that there's a lot of really bad ones. Among Us isn't free in the Nintendo Switch, by the way. Well, I got myself a free copy with Epic Games Store. I would love to be sponsored by Epic Games. Imagine if I got sponsored. That would be crazy. They sponsor a whole bunch of other stuff. Why didn't they sponsor streamers? That would be great. Stardew Valley is on sale right now. It costs $10. I just paid for Rhythm Doctor, and that was $10 as well. Whatever. All right. Again, I love Rhythm Doctor. I would never refund it. And at this point, I actually can't refund it, right? Because I've already spent more than an hour on the game, so there's really no use for you to refund it. I don't know why, but when I type certain words, YouTube won't send it. So I have to change the words by words till the message is sent. The sentences can sound stupid sometimes. I have heard that apparently Discord is apparently not, like, if you type Discord on chat, it would apparently automatically get deleted. I don't know why, but apparently YouTube thinks that Discord is evil or something. I don't know. Mythopia first released in the Nintendo 3DS, then it got ported to the Nintendo Switch with the new features. Wigs, makeup, outings, and other stuff. Huh. Okay. It's more than 2 hours, MB. Really? Goodness gracious. Well, I guess I can... I mean, look, this is sort of the predicament I'm in. Should I refund it, even though I loved the game? Or should I just keep it as is? Because maybe there's gonna be an update or something. I don't know. Because I mean, I just like the fact that I have it, right? I just like the fact that I have Rhythm Doctor. You know, such a good game. You know, I think I'll just have it. You know, I'll just have it. Huh. Well, apparently, if you send Discord now, it works normally. Huh, that's weird. I don't know what I don't know what's happening with L, but apparently L's messages with Discord kept getting deleted. Like, I think it was like yesterday? Was it yesterday? Goodness gracious. Bro, YouTube is smoking something. Yeah, dude, I have no clue what YouTube is on. It's freaking weird. Bruh, I barely refund a game unless if my laptop literally can't launch it, then I'll refund it. I guess. The thing is, I'm not really a big, like, I don't really pay for games that often. Now I do, you know. Now I actually do pay for games. But oftentimes, I would just not exactly pay for it. Like, I would rather just play a free game rather than a paid game by all stretch. Like, because I got used to just playing free games. And I would just look for the ones that are good, you know. I don't like, there's not really a lot of, like, freaking bad games that, like if you know where to look, you can find good free games, you know. But you just have to know how to look. Hey, I'm back. Hi, Leo Gaming. Envy, I just found a YouTuber with good potential posting Roblox scams and people believe it. Damn sad. Dude. It's really sad that there's a lot of, in communities that have a lot of, like, either kids or old people, they get targeted a lot. Like, they get manipulated a lot. Like, you get scammed a lot because they think that, oh, you probably don't, like, cause the thing is, if you're, like, sort of in the, in like, sort of a middle ground, like, if you're, like, if you're, like, let's say, 15 through, like, maybe 30, maybe 45, you would be more conscious to, like, research stuff, right? You would be more conscious to be like, oh, I know that this is a scam, I know that this is not good. But in those ranges, research isn't exactly that important. And so they get scammed way easily. So it's kind of sad. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a good beat-em-up game. Speaking of Scott Pilgrim, please read the comics. They're super amazing. I have heard of Scott Pilgrim. I watched this YouTuber, actually streamer, but she has VODs, and I started watching her series called A Dinner and a Movie, where they would basically remake foods from a movie, and they would talk about the movie while they're doing that. And so one of the things that they made was the Scott Pilgrim, like from the movie of Scott Pilgrim, and they made this like garlic bread in the movie apparently. So you know that was pretty cool. Hey, Milk and Banana, what do you think about horror games? I believe horror games are actually pretty cool. Like, the concept of being scared of a game. Because having interaction while you're being scared is basically, like, the best horror experience. It's sort of like the same experience that you get when you're actually in that situation. Because if you're just watching a movie, it's sort of just like it's almost like you're watching from a safe perspective, right? You're watching from a safe distance. You're watching it as if, oh, you're just a spectator of this film. But if you're in a horror game, you're like in it. You control your destiny. Well, sometimes, but you basically are in the fault of if you get jump scared, it's your fault. Like, you messed up. You were that one guy who got killed in the horror movie, right? You get that. And that's why horror games work really well, you know? It's the interaction. Because if it doesn't have interaction, it separates you. But if it's allowing you to interact with stuff, that's way scarier. That's why it works. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a masterclass of a film. Also, hi, I'm new here. I'm just trying to look for VTubers, but I stumbled upon this channel. So, hi. Hello, ako si Wolfie. I think I've seen you before. But maybe you saw me from Reddit. Because I post my my YouTube link on Reddit. And, you know, because the perks of being a VTuber, even though I'm not really a typical VTuber who, like, roleplays and stuff, you can network very easily with other VTubers. And so I've been trying to sort of reach out, you know, sort of grasp my reaches. And yeah, there's apparently a subreddit for VTubers. And they allow you to sort of showcase your, like, when you're live and stuff. And so I figured, hey, it's a pretty good way to gain a couple more extra people on the audience. So I appreciate new people. You know, that's still pretty nice. And also, I love the fact that there's still new people coming in, like, regardless of Reddit. They just sort of stumbled upon this, and they're like, oh, okay, let's just watch this guy. And and apparently they just watch me. So I'm very grateful of that. My in real life friend got his Steam account hijacked because he clicked on free Nitro Discord link. Now I got 2 friends that got their Steam hijacked. You guys need to, like, know about internet security. I feel like I'm about to read a sponsor. Like, it's like you should have like, you know, a bit of a check of how to be safe in the internet. You know, It's seems to be an important case, you know? Tell that to Peter. I know, dude. Freaking Peter got skamazed by some by some Steam. Like someone told him on Steam, "Hey, yo, can you like log out?" It's freaking this is like. Okay, I mean, look, all right, that's very unfortunate. Okay, I feel bad for you, Peter, but still, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. You should really collab with other VTubers in the Philippines too. I lurked here, but I just subbed. Hey, that's thank you, man. I don't know about collabing with other VTubers because the thing is, look, as much as I would like to be a VTuber, I personally like I'm not exactly a big VTuber. That doesn't make freaking sense. What am I talking about? What I'm saying is that like the reason why VTubers work in certain audiences is because they do certain things that the audience likes. So for instance, I've noticed that a lot of the big VTubers, they would roleplay. They would roleplay as their character. They would roleplay as the I'm a demon, right? I'm a demon that got transported into this world, and now I am an influencer. That kind of deal, right? And so they act like sort of these characters. And while it's cool, I appreciate it. I just don't have the desire to actually roleplay and stuff like that. And so I just end up becoming just me. And I just become just that's literally the VTuber. Me. There's no person I mean, I guess you can say there's no personality. There's no real there's no like role playing on it. It's just me. And I mean I don't think I have the energy to roleplay on something. Like, sure, maybe I roleplay as a Coomer, because I am just a Coomer, but I don't really roleplay as like a character in a story, you know? It's just not for me. I was curious, what's your favorite game? Any kind of game genre? Honestly, I really dig Portal. Portal was really good. So I figured I'd probably just say Portal. It's more of a cop-out answer, but honestly, I like Portal. I also like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's pretty cool. Bro, Peter, you gave $100 to a random dude. Seriously? Bruh. Okay, man. Look, that's... I don't know if I can clarify that, but that's ridiculous. Alright, like, look. $100 straight up. Oh my goodness, dude. You should really be a big VTuber in the country. You would be a killer personality and all the stands will finally flock to your home address. Oh dear. I think bios are just bios. The minimal ounces of roleplaying is only needed. I mean, I roleplay, right? I roleplay a little bit. Like, I would, like, I have, like, an exaggerated personality on my YouTube account, right? Like, if you guys actually want just real, unfiltered me, you go to the Vandeville channel, right? That's how I talk. That's how I normally act. That's it. I don't really... Like, I don't really have this super duper energetic, I guess sort of energetic, like, personality on the internet. Like, in real life. I don't really have that. Most of the time, I'm very quiet. I'm just for myself, and I just do stuff because I just do stuff, right? I don't really have that much, like, super duper personality type. You're not a Coomer unless you have the list of the good stuff and a couple of artists. I guess I don't freaking know what I don't freaking know what the definition is of that, but I guess there is a standard. Okay, I'm a Coomer myself, so I don't know. You don't seem to be qualified enough to actually to be a Coomer. Okay. Look at Rushia, for example. In her bio, she states that she's a necromancer that will revive everyone from the dead, and is very humble and a sweetheart. But in streams, she screams like a metal singer. Well, I mean, hey, you know what? I mean, like, I saw people who would, like, sort of... I guess that's, at the end of the day, I feel like people have this misconception. Like, some people. Like, a lot of people now already know that, hey, if you're a YouTuber, you would just have a personality online that would most likely not correlate with you offline. Like, I'm still a very friendly person. I'm not like, oh, get away from me. How dare you try to be friends with me? Like, I'm not really that kind of guy off the record, but I'm not exactly the most, like, super duper, like, sociable guy. Like, I can talk to other people normally, like, but I'm not the kind of guy who would just approach people and be like, hey, how you doing? Like, unlike chat, when if there's someone in chat, I'll be like, hey yo, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I'm not really that kind of guy. I'm downloading videos, and when I watch you live, my download stops. Be right back. Go ahead and download that video, man. Go ahead. Okay, bad news. Ian isn't coming, but he'll sub later. It's okay to break out of character. It's what Hololive VTubers do all the time. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't really have a character. Like, I guess the character that I have is just this exaggerated personality that I have on this channel. That's really it. Like, I don't really have that, like, I don't really have a specific character personality that I go by. Like, I don't have lore on this character. Like, maybe in like, sort of like the rechange of it, but honestly, I'm not really that interested in it. Holy moly, there's like mosquitoes everywhere. Oop. Goodness gracious. There's like, I just saw 2 mosquitoes fricking. That's obviously a thing. People bios in Roblox roleplay games be like. Basically, yeah. Like, I'm not really that big into roleplay anyway. MB collabs with VTuber 2025. When VTubers are like so out of style, they're like, hey, finally I collabed with this VTuber, finally. At first they stick to what their bio says, but then they take time to break out of their roleplay and become more of themselves, and that's what makes them popular today. Yeah, like they sort of start out with a character. But for me, I just sort of start out as me. Like, I don't really have a character starting off. I would just be like, hey, I'm just a person. That's so boring. That's so boring. Hey, yo, I am a person in the internet. Greetings. Like, it's so freaking lame when you say it like that. Oh my gosh. Who put you on the planet? Ugh, MB. I mean, look, I guess that's a quote now. At least the VTuber bio, not like the Roblox roleplayer bio. Oh boy. While we're at it, let's cook up a VTuber biography for your model. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, seriously? You used to have lore and it was Vandeville. Well, that's different. It's not this. It's not this freaking, like, anime boy. That's it's not related to this VTuber guy. This is just sort of a way for me to not be on camera. Like, the reason why I had a VTuber in the first place was because I grew tired of being on camera. Like, I could just be a faceless streamer, or I could use the knowledge that I have with Blender and just utilize it. And so I have this model now, you know? That's really the main reason as to why I turned into a VTuber. Not because I saw VTubers and I was like, oh, I wanted to be one. It was it was just because I just matched up, you know? My ideas for lore of Megabyte. I forgot. I know. It's hard. Because it's literally just me as a person with glasses. Because I don't really wear glasses. I just thought glasses were cute. So I just wear glasses. Because you can be anything you want. And that's really it. Being yourself is already marketable. I could buy 1 million plushes of your model. You are called a dangerous stand. You need to chill. I don't really like when people like stand over someone. Like for example, dream stands. Oh gosh, dude. I mean that's like the extreme case. Okay, any stand of some like you can like a person, right? You can like a person of like their creative stuff or like their personality, but if you just like the person because they're the person, because they're breathing, they're just that. Like, I feel like that's weird. I don't know. I just don't like it. Because stands take it to a level where like, oh, because they're alive, I am fully happy. like if they're sad, I'm sad too. Like, bro, stop, dude. Like, you can healthily like someone. All right. That's it. Like I don't see the reason to just be obsessed with someone. There's just no reason. I don't understand it. Maybe it's just me, because I've never really stand on anyone. Like I've never really stand a person. I just sort of thought, oh, that's cool, and then I move on, and then that's it. Like that's that. I don't really like. I think the only stand. What's the only stand that I would have? I don't freaking know. Yeah, I can't think of a single person that I would stand. Ever. I cannot think of a single person. I am trying to, and it's just not working. I'm thinking about going back to streaming. Not fully, but one stream after a couple of months of not streaming because of COVID. I just hope that the Cyber Cafe isn't locked down. Yeah, I mean, it's opening a little bit. Did you got your vaccine? I still haven't gotten my vaccine. And, we're still waiting because obviously the Philippines is absolutely fantastic at waiting. We are fantastic patients, you know? We have so much patience, you know? Doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. But, yeah, we're still waiting for the vaccine to come into our city. And, yeah, we're just waiting. Florida man dirt his hand with peanut butter and punch his boss. Of course, Florida. How about this? I am Megabyte and I live on your computers. I am the very existence of internet knowledge and source. What do you do in my free time? Live stream with chat, of course. So, my lore is that I'm the internet? Dude. I should have, like, boobs. Like, I don't freaking know. Like, like, if I'm the embodiment of internet, then I feel like that, like, I feel like if this character is the embodiment of internet, I don't think, yeah, I feel like the internet is a really rough place. Like, I don't think I should be the freaking representative of the internet. What the heck? Someone has a shortstop, a TF2 shotgun, and the stats are level 5 sword. Ah, yes, a sword. Fantastic, you know? He's a revolutionary. Remember Yobama from Shaggy Big Chunga series? I have Yobama's lightsaber. Did you, like, buy it as merch? That's next level, dude. The Force Horse People of Chaos. Karen, Stan, Feminist, and Twitter creator. I feel like feminists get a bad rep because the thing with being a feminist is that it's not necessarily that you just hate men. No, that's not. That's not that. I don't think that's the purpose of being a feminist. But the thing is that like people who do genuinely hate men start to use feminist as a guard. They use it as like, oh, I'm just a feminist. And so that means my thoughts are valid. Like, they give the word feminist a bad rep. Like, that's the thing. It's sort of the same thing as like, this might be a little controversial, but let's say it's like saying like, oh, you're just a Republican, right? Now, hear me out. I'm not really big into politics. I might not know what I'm talking about, but I do know that a lot of people think that the Republicans are like, they're Trump supporters. They don't believe in science. They believe in cuckoo stuff. But, I mean, I've met some just Republican, like, people who are Republicans that are just not really that. They don't really believe in those. They have common sense. They believe in science. They don't support Trump. Like, they're just normal people. They have a specific belief that makes them Republican, but they don't really believe in all of the crazy stuff, Like, I think when people look at a certain group of people, they look immediately at the negative stuff, right? And so, for example, if you get called a feminist, you would all of a sudden, a majority would probably think, oh, you just hate men. Or if you're Republican, oh, you probably are a Trump supporter, right? They all look immediately in the negative side, It's very unfortunate, but I guess that's just how the human condition works. We all, like, I think that's like a word, right? Negativity bias, right? That's like a word. That's an actual, like, term. Like, you would rather look at the negative stuff more than the positive stuff. So, that's a bit unfortunate. I wouldn't necessarily call feminists as the 4 horse people of chaos. I mean, you could, like, those feminists. You can, well, quote unquote. All right. I don't even think they know what it means. Ambi, are you comfortable with collabs? Now, the thing with collabs is that oftentimes people think that collabs are cool, but when you're actually in a collab, it gets fairly messy. Because first of all, technically, you have to schedule. There's a lot of things as a YouTuber that you don't really consider. Like, hey, scheduling. You need to schedule stuff. And so, having someone as a collab partner is even worse. Because that means you have to now schedule, like, both ends. And hey, since it's another person, there's also a high likelihood, or not exactly a high likelihood, it depends, but there's a likelihood that, hey, maybe they're just not gonna come up on the collab. And they're just, like, busy that day, and now your whole schedule's ruined, right? Like, collabs are good in concept, and they are good if you're trying to grow. I've heard that apparently a lot of people who want to grow in a community, they would collab with someone, and so to engross themselves in that community. So, I was like, I mean, I could be, like, I could do collabs with other VTubers. It's just that I don't really know what to collab with. Like, I was thinking on these, like, on these Just Chatting streams, like, what if I just interview, like, a random VTuber? Like, I have this one VTuber that, her name is Nessa. She's a Swedish VTuber. And, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I think I contacted her because I saw the model, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, right? I saw the model, and she was like, oh, thank you, and then we sort of just exchanged, and then we sort of just, like, that's it. That's sort of the communication that we had. There's no plans for collabs. There's no plan for anything because that really wasn't in my mind. And now people are telling me, hey, you should do collabs. I'm like, how do I even organize one? Like, what do I even do? Like, do I literally just ask them, hey, do you want to be in our, like, podcast and talk about random stuff? Like, what exactly am I supposed to do? I don't exactly know what collab idea would work. I've been seeing a lot of people play Apex. Like, apparently VTubers apparently have this weird pattern. They would just play Apex. I think it's just because it's a hot game right now. Everyone's playing Apex, but like literally, I saw in the subreddit, everyone's just playing Apex. Like all VTubers are playing Apex, and I do not understand. Play Among Us with VTubers? Maybe, that could be kind of cool, but I don't know. Dude, you have a Blender logo on your hoodie and have glasses. You can be considered the internet's algorithm. You know, I don't think being the embodiment of the internet means talking about American politics, but hey, it's on the Twitter, so it's doable. Like, I mean, look, the character itself, I'm not too sure if I would even add a lore to it, honestly. Like, I think it's alright without having the lore, but if ever, I will probably have lore on it, maybe. What if a VTuber said Milk and Banana want a collab? I mean, I would probably just say contact me through Discord. Yeah, contact me through Discord for like, you know, like what do you want to do? That kind of thing. Can I have the original VOD of the Gartic Phone stream? The one, the Le Fiche Chocolat. I don't even know when it was. Like, what stream was it? If you can tell me the date, I'll unlist it for you and I'll send you the link. I can go ahead and send it to you. I am now a VTuber. Play Among Us with me. You have a sniper VTuber. My friend Devon is a funny guy. Please sub to him. Okay, bye bye. Fades. love the little sellout there. Hey Milk and Banana, what do you think of the Friday Night Funkin' and its community? I actually really like Friday Night Funkin'. Friday Night Funkin' was a pretty good, like, trending game for our, like, for the year. I think Friday Night Funkin' is definitely a good, like, you know, sort of a good reconnaissance for the internet. You know, it's always nice to see a game that blew up. Like, it's sort of like when Undertale, like, blew up. It's pretty cool. The community, I mean, look. Every community will have its ups and downs, you know? Like, they would always have very weird people in these communities. And there's also a lot of these people who are just, borderline terrible. And that's just sort of what you have to accept in, like, big communities, you know? You sort of just have to accept that big communities are filled with many people, and most of the time, these are people that you probably won't agree with. Like, it's just sort of a law, you know? If there's that many people would just sort of tend to disagree with each other, you know? That's just how it works. But overall, Friday Night Funkin' and the community is alright. It's not like absolutely abhorrent. It's like, it's alright. It's just another game community, you know? And I like, and all that I like about it is that the fact that they're being creative and they're doing what they like, you know? That's just what it is. I need my friend Devon to hit 300k subs. He has 240k subs right now. You seem to be very, very devoted to this YouTuber. And while I would appreciate to know this person a little further, but I don't really think I don't really think advertising his big channel already on a small channel would help anybody. Make the videos and VODs from other channel unlisted instead of private. If people want to watch the past streams again? I don't know, dude. It's alright, but like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I can unlist them, but there's really like no reason for me to keep them there. I just put them as private to just sort of have them in a vault. For real though, I can't have the time where I did pog things on past streams. I guess, yeah. I mean, you're not really in the streams that much, Skeleton. I think this is the first time I've seen you in like months. I haven't seen you in months, like at all. Like I really do not remember when you actually hopped in. Like, I really don't. By the way, Milk, are you planning on hiring any editors for the videos? If I ever will have if this channel ever becomes the way it is, if it ever blows up, and I actually have enough financial stability to make this a job, then obviously I'll hire editors. That's sort of like the economy of YouTube. A lot of the times, there are big channels who just you don't know the editors, and they're not the editors. The YouTubers are not the editors. Like for instance, the Anime Man, for example. Like there are still a couple videos that he edits, but most of the videos are just made by another YouTuber called Mudon, and he now works full time as their editor. And yeah, that's sort of just the economy of it. Like YouTubers would just get editors in order to pump out content, because as soon as you get big on YouTube, a lot of the times people would just look for content on your channel, right? Like they would just actually consume content from you no matter what. So what happens is they would just sort of you would just need to supply the demand that they have. And so having editors would really help out on that. Have you ever played Resident Evil? I haven't. I have never touched the Resident Evil series. I have watched people play it. I've watched Markiplier's playthrough of it. I've watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of it. But I haven't really played it. Speaking of editing though, this might sound like a shill, but I'm kind of proud with my editing of one-shot vid months ago. I would like to know your reactions with the video if you ever reacted. Well, you're in luck because tomorrow we'll be doing reaction. That's Reaction Sunday. So for those people who don't know the schedule, I should probably definitely put the schedule on the streaming soon so that people know how the schedule works. But basically, we do reactions of the Discord memes on Sunday, and we also do reactions of literally anything. Like if you just want me to react on something on Sunday. So if you have any suggestions that you want me to react to, Sunday is definitely the perfect time. But yeah, I mean, I can definitely react to your video. That'll definitely be good, you know. Reaction Sunday, I'll be there. Heck yeah, dude. It seems that people love Reaction Sunday because it's just me. I don't know why, but reacting is apparently a big thing. I get it, right? I get it. There's literally a channel called React, all right? There's a reason why people watch it. But I'm just saying, for me, I didn't get it in the beginning. I'm like, why do people want to watch a freaking reaction of someone? But then again, I did watch React for like a month. Like I remember vividly, I would watch React for a whole month. Nothing but React. I would watch all of their like videos, all their new videos, and I would just binge it. Like it was a dark time. it was a pretty like I would just like binge channels. I remember I think that's still how I consume content. Like I think I binge people. Like there are people who I would visit regularly. Like for example, I would visit Markiplier a lot because I just like his videos. I would visit podcasts a lot because for some reason I just like podcasts. I would visit like Rob Scallon because I like Rob Scallon's videos. But oftentimes I would find a YouTuber. For instance, I have gotten into a Ludwig craze where I watched one video of Ludwig and I was like, hey, this is a cool guy. Let me watch a couple of his videos. And I ended up watching almost every single video that he has. And I was like, why do I do this to myself? Like, I'm that kind of person who would like find a new artist and would listen to their entire discography. It's ridiculous. Arcade Craniacs are actually pretty chill in real life when they are in videos. Among Us Happy Meal. Damn. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Milk and Banana from Lazada headphone reviewer to VTuber. What a transition, am I right? I need to go now? Alright, Leo. Take care, man. Oh, by the way, I have a story to tell. I mean, we're almost there at the end of the stream, but it's Saturday. It's Saturday. I don't really have to mind it. But I have a story that I would like to tell. And it's called The Curse of Queen. Alright? So, as I've said, I have downloaded a lot of music. Alright, I have a lot of music on mine. Heck, I literally freaking downloaded the song from the Mime and Dine, like Mime and Dash, like the soundtrack of Mime and Dash. All it is if I like the song, I would just download the song, okay? It doesn't matter what it is, I just have the song ready. So, my playlist is ridiculous. Like, I would have so many songs with, like, completely different genres. Like, it would just be completely different genres, and it would just be, like, all over the place. I would have OST music, I would have heavy metal, I would have industrial trance, I would have cyberpunk music, and I would have K-pop. Like, I would have all of the music under the sun as long as I like it, right? And so there was this one time when I really, really liked Queen. Like, I was like, oh, the Queen's fantastic. I like the songs of Queen. And so what I did was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna download the entire discography. All right. And it turns out that Queen has a lot of songs. Queen has a lot of songs that I did not know. But I was like, you know what? I like Queen, so you know what? I'm gonna listen to their discography and I'm gonna see, you know, which ones I like, and then I'll remove the ones that I don't like, right? So I downloaded 70 songs. 70 songs of all just Queen songs, okay? Basically all of Queen songs I downloaded, all right? So I got all of the Queen songs, and I listened through all of them, right? I would listen to them when I'm washing dishes. I would listen to them when I'm modeling something. I would listen to them when I'm doing homework, right? And so, after a while, I've sort of, okay, I know which songs I like, which songs I don't like. And so I started deleting some of the songs that I don't like, right? And so I was left from the 70 songs that I have downloaded. I have around, like, I would say maybe 15 songs. From that, I have picked 15 songs that I would listen to over and over again, and I just like those songs. Now, let's say that around 3 days go by, right? 3 days go by, and now I'm listening to my music while I'm washing dishes, and then I hear a song. Now, the song sounds familiar, but I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't I delete this? Right? Like, I'm like, huh. Strange. I thought I deleted this. Alright? And so I went to the list. And so I deleted it. Alright? Easy peasy. Okay, cool. Problem solved. I kept washing dishes. And then another song comes up. And I'm like, hold up. I also deleted this song. I don't like this song too much. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me check my song list. And all of the songs are still there. All 70 songs, all 70 Queen songs are still there. And I was like, I spent like freaking 5 minutes deleting all of this stuff. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do it again. Alright? I'm gonna remove the freaking Queen songs that I don't like again. Oh my goodness. And so I spent 5 minutes hand selecting all of it because it's on my phone. And so I hand selected all of the songs that I don't like, and then I deleted it. Okay? And I was like, that was weird. Whatever. Alright? Maybe I misclicked or something. Whatever. Alright? I kept washing dishes, and then that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, I sort of just played, like, K-pop. It's sort of just, like, because my song player just plays randomly. And so it would just have, like, random songs. So the next song played K-pop. And I was like, okay, I like it. And then I just washed dishes. And now, 2 days go by. And then I was doing my homework. I was listening through my phone. I was doing my homework. And then another song plays. And I look at the title, and I'm like, gosh darn it, I deleted this song. And then I looked at my song list again, and all of the Queen songs are back. All 70 of them. And so at this point, I hated Queen at this point. I was like, you know what? I freaking hate Queen now. I'm gonna delete all of the Queen songs that I have on my phone. And so I literally just went queue, everything in queue, and I just deleted. Alright? All of the songs that contain Queen in it, I just deleted. Alright? Every freaking song that has Queen, I deleted on it. I was so sick of it that I was like, freaking, just freaking remove it. Alright? Remove it from my phone. Alright? I deleted it. And I was like, oh my goodness, is this a bug? What is going on? Alright? And so, again, I was in peace. 4 days later, once again, I was washing dishes. And there it goes again. A familiar tune that I know a little too well. And at this point, I felt like I was having hallucinations. I felt like I was like, okay, is this real? Am I living in a simulation? Am I living the same life? Am I dreaming? That sort of thing. I looked at my phone again, and they're back. 70 songs of Queen. All of them. All the freaking Queen songs are back. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take all the measures. I'm gonna grab this phone. I'm gonna plug this to the computer. I would open this on my computer, and I would manually delete it on my computer. Okay? I would manually delete it on my computer, and then that should be it. Okay? There's no shot that from the actual folder, if I delete it from the folder, that it would actually come back to life. I swear. If this does it, I am absolutely... I'm healed. I'm finally free. Alright? And so I did. I plugged it to my laptop. I removed all of the Queen songs that I wanted to remove because I was on the computer and it was a little easier. And so I was left with the 15 songs that I wanted. And then I looked at my phone and it was all 15 songs that I liked. And I was like, okay. I think the curse is gone. I think the curse is actually gone. Okay? I don't think it's gonna be bothering us anymore. Now you might see a pattern in this. 1 week passes. 1 whole week of not hearing the Queen songs that I didn't like. Again, I was washing dishes. And there he goes again. There he goes again. It's the song. It's the song that I thought I deleted. And at this point, I gave up. I still have all 70 songs on my phone. And I've given up. I've given up at this point. I think it's just a meme now at this point. Like, I think the phone itself just wants to just freaking latch onto Queen as much as possible. Like, straight up, it just won't let go of freaking Queen. Yeah. It was just not... It just doesn't want to let go of Queen. And so I just gave up. I was like, you know what? If I'm not gonna remove Queen from this phone, then I guess that's just the way it is, you know? It's it's just the way it is. The Queen is just gonna be there my entire life. You know? I'm gonna be on my deathbed and all of a sudden on the radio it's gonna be playing a freaking Queen song and I'm gonna be just, gosh darn it! And I'll just die of a heart attack. Alright? That's just gonna be my life in a nutshell. It's just gonna be Queen. It's just gonna be everywhere. It's just not gonna go away from my life. Anyways, that's why I hate Queen now. Not because they're a bad artist. Like, they actually make pretty good songs. It's just because my phone does not want to let go of the Queen songs that I have. I don't know why, and I've given up. Alright? It's just like, I've lost all hope. I'm just gonna not mind it. Alright? It's just gonna be there forever. I'm just gonna make a custom playlist without the Queen songs, and I would just play that on loop. Alright? I just gave up. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's the story of the Curse of the Queen. Curse of Queen, yes. That was, yeah. I don't think I've ever told that story, but yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know why it's a thing. Like, why is my phone so obsessed with Queen? But, you know, that's just what it is. Episode 1, The Curse of Queen. Episode 2, The Curse of Queen. Return of the BS. Episode 3, The Curse of Queen. The Queen of the Dishes. Episode 4, The Curse of Queen. Gosh freaking darn it, it's back. Pretty much, yeah. And then episode 5, The Curse of Queen. I've given up. You can just say it. The Curse of Queen. Acceptance. Like a freaking. What was it? Like the 4 steps of what was it? The four stages of denial or something. The 4 stages of grief. I think that's the name. That's just. I'm just in acceptance. Fun fact, I tried playing in a Touhou tournament, and I swear everyone is literally monsters. Like, bro, they beat Lunatic Clownpiece like a Tuesday, while it took me 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I think if people dedicate their lives on something, it's just sort of like, you know, they sort of just get good at it, and that's their entire life, you know. They I don't wanna like sort of bash on gamers a bit, but if someone is like you can see if someone's a gamer, because if someone is a gamer, like they would just do that. Like, that's their entire life. They would just have that game as their entire life. Like, for example, if you just play CS:GO, that's like and that's only you play, that's the only game that you play, then like that's the only thing that you would know how to do. That's the only thing that you would be good at. And I guess if there's that good in Touhou, then that's the only thing that they're good at. You know, like, I mean, unless if they're a prodigy, like freaking Faker or something, then you're probably good at other things as well, but it's just really, like, I don't really know. Like, I feel like if people are that good at something, they're fully invested in it. Episode 5, I'm infected by Queen. A virus that I could never heal. I came back and scrolled up in chat and just saw Peter talking about Mime and Dash. That was a story. you can if you want to, you can sort of look back on the story, but yeah. As a Touhou player, I can agree with this statement. You start Touhou, you forever stay with Touhou. Yeah. I mean, hey, I started with freaking OS. I never really got away from OS. I still play OS, right? Like, sometimes, you know. Now I play it mostly regularly, like, weekly. So, technically, I've never let go of OS. I mean, what you talking about? I was busy doing stuff. I was talking about random. I was just talking about that story of, like, Queen. But, you know, I mean, we are basically about to end this, about to reach the end of the stream anyway. I'm just sort of, like, reading chat and seeing if there's anything interesting that people want to talk about. TF2 and Geometry Dash are the only games that I'm skilled at. Well, I mean, that's the games that you play. I mean, it's pretty cool, I would say. MB, it's leaked. MB has watched Mime and Dash. He's one of the boys. I don't think I'm one of the boys that you guys think. like it was. I mean, people wanted me to watch it, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it, sure. Like, I mean, it's probably not that long. It's not that much of a time investment, and so I watched it. It was pretty cool, I guess. Weird moment in my last birthday, my friend put me a surprise. I opened the box and I saw an Arrow manga figurine in front of 10 people. She's not even legal. Why did he give me a swimsuit version? You have some very odd friends. But you know what? I mean, look, if you have those kinds of friends, I would advise to, you know, distance a little bit. Look, listen, alright? I don't wanna, I don't get the whole lolly thing for anime in general. Like, when characters are younger in anime, like, I just don't get it, man. Like, it's just weird. It just doesn't work. I don't like it. Get it away from me. And when people like that stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. We just can't be friends. We're like parasocial, okay? That's the best you can hope for. We're parasocial. Friends? No. I just can't be friends with that person. There's just no way I can be friends with that person. The only games I'm skilled at is MSM, Roblox, BTD6, and BTD Battles. Hey, you know, it's nice to have your sort of selection of games. I sort of now go for like just this like, oh, I like games in general. Like I just pick any game and just have that, you know. Ambi went TF2. I don't know. Maybe I'm freaking. I don't want to pressure myself into a day. Like I would like if I feel like I don't have anything to stream, I would go TF2. Sure. I'm the only one in chat who likes to play FNF mods. I mean, I like FNF mods. I mean, probably some people also like playing FNF mods. It's just that we don't play it exclusively. Alright? I mean, if you play FNF exclusively, good on you. Sure, go ahead. If you like what you love, you go ahead, King. But it's just not something we play all the time, you know? I mean, I play it rarely. Like, if it's for a video, sure, I'll do it. Whatever. Anime is freaking weird. I'm somewhat glad I took a break watching them. Yeah, it's a fairly weird world, but honestly, it's just those. Like there's like I don't really mind anime. I actually think anime is cool. I think the aesthetic of anime is really cool. The characters they make is pretty cool. It's just the little nuances, you know? It's those small things that just doesn't sit well with me with anime, you know? Like it's just the nuance that really does not work with me. The only game I'm skilled at is FNF. Hey, I mean, if you love FNF so much, then go ahead, dude. I'm the only one who plays Taiko here. I mean, I played kind of Taiko, but I don't have the controller. I quit after I just played. When I played it on the keyboard, it kind of felt boring. I'm like, why am I playing this? I could just play Mania. Like, I don't think this is as good as Mania, and so I just didn't really play it. BTD6 microing on chimps with clutch. Calm. BTD6 when half cash. Panic. I don't get that reference, dude. That's a bit of a nerdy reference. Peter, you wouldn't stop asking me to say you're good to you. Like almost every single TF2 conversation we have. Seriously? I mean, look. Alright, at the end of the day, if you like your game, it's all you. Games are supposed to be modes of entertainment. Alright? I learned that from the course. Games are a form of multimedia, and the purpose of multimedia is supposed to entertain people, you know? And if you are happy with the games that you play, then there really is no harm on it. As long as you're not harming other people or harming yourself while playing the game, hey, it's all free game. That's just what it is. I love how it removed, hey, if you are good at Taiko, it removed it from chat. I have no idea why. Taiko is the definition of finger lock, hand lock. My hands literally remember the pattern of Oshama Scramble. Send help. I literally beat an 8-star one-handed FC song in Taiko. Like, that shows how much hand locked I've gotten. Oh, I thought you played the controller, like the drum. The actual Taiko drum. I want to play Taiko in the actual drum, you know? I think that's the only way I would play Taiko. Like, otherwise, it just feels boring. Like, I don't want to play the keyboard with 2 keys. It's like, it's boring. It's lame. Beam is like a 10-year player, so if he says I'm good, I'm epic. I guess that's the standards. If you're good at Taiko, then you're good at fingering. That can be completely taken out of context, and nice. Yes. I'm not even close to a veteran. If I was a veteran, it would have been in the era where keys were 3 refs. What the hell is that? What does that even mean? Gooseworks has joined the chat. Well, hi, Gooseworks. It's nice to see you. I don't really recognize you, so welcome to the live stream. We're unfortunately about to end stream, but if you like to join Reaction Sunday tomorrow, then I guess you can join in tomorrow. You can subscribe in order to catch up with that. But how are you doing, Gooseworks? I literally play Taiko on the drum bar, on the drum bruh. I literally 1 stick, 1 hand, 8-star. What? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, so you actually do... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. So you play... Wait, so how do you get finger lock if you play the actual controller? I don't understand. Refs are refined metals or currencies in the TF2 economy. Really? Huh. I didn't know that they have a currency. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. I mean, I just streamed for 3 hours, just talking nonsense and chatting stories, and I think you guys enjoyed it, you know? It's nice to see... It's not like... I feel like Saturday is just a nice day to catch up with everyone, you know? Like, catch up with everything that you guys do. Like, if you have any problems that you want to talk about, if you want topics for me to dive into, it's sort of just nice to just sort of do it in here. Because at the end of the day, I'm more of just a gaming channel, and so if I talk about freaking politics while I'm playing a game, it doesn't really mix. So having this time of just sort of airing out thoughts and just that, it's pretty nice. By the way, how do you feel about the promise map in OS during Rhythm Friday, aka the ultimate spin meme mania? It was it's something, that's for sure. It's quite interesting, I would say that. Keys are a big thing in TF2. They normally cost around $2 each in the Steam market. It's where the rich boys are at. I have heard, I've watched this video of the Spiffing Brit about the Steam market, of how he made the pickles. Like, he made profit from pickles, like the pickle sticker. And I was like, bruh, that's ridiculous. There's a good topic called TF2. Talk about that. Look, man, I don't play TF2 that often. I don't have that much authority on talking about TF2. I mean, if you wanted me to talk about TF2, about the game design of it, like, the only knowledge that I can impart on you is, like, how did they model the stuff? Like, what optimizations did they took? How did they make the maps? Those, like, are the only knowledge that I can really impart on you, and that's really it. Like, I don't know much about gameplay. I don't know much about the TF2 scene other than Lazy Purple and Soundsmith. I don't really know that much. I love how when my friends complain about the mechanical keyboard's hard to play in OS Mania, meanwhile, me and my laptop keyboard, you're a Chad, alright? You're a Chad. Alright? You just gotta silently, like, sort of smile, being like, amateurs. Alright? You're just sort of looking in the background. You're just like, look at these weaklings. Thinking that you need a mechanical keyboard. You know, you can just sort of think in the back of your head. You're just sort of like, heh, I'm way better than all these nerds. You know? You just have that to have in your back pocket. By the way, Amber, did you end up reading the TF2 comics and the full lore of the TF2 video? Yeah, sure, obviously. Obviously I did, yeah. Sure. Peter is being in the TF2 syndrome where someone doesn't stop talking about TF2. Actually, that can apply to any game, honestly. Yeah, pretty much. He's in the game syndrome. Like that's all he talks about. Like, I remember when I used to play League of Legends, like, a lot, I would just talk about League of Legends. It like if it's about League of Legends, I would talk about it all the time. Like, hey, what's your main? Yo, let's play League of Legends. What's your favorite champion? Hey, what's your tactic on this? Oh, that's such a bad game. Like it was a nightmare to talk to me. I had absolutely, like, terrible social interactions. Like, I would only talk to people who play League of Legends. And those are not exactly the people that I would hang out right now. Like, sure, I would still hang out with a couple of them, but most of them are just gonna be like, like, they're just sweaty nerds. I really do not like to hang out with them. Laptop keyboard is louder than a car at 2 a.m. I literally make a mini earthquake maker. I mean, you do have to tap on them, you know? I mean, my keyboard is like, it's like a what's that called? Like a squishy keyboard, you know? So, it's a membrane. There we go, a membrane keyboard. That's the name. So, it's a little squishy. So, you just sort of have to be a little gentle with them. This is also membrane, the keyboard that I have, because it's supposed to be silent. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Rhythm Friday is always gonna be OS Funky Friday. Maybe. Right now it works. Like, I like OS and I also like Funky Friday. So if it works, it works, right? Like, I like it. Emmy, did you put TF2, the TF2 of the TF2 in TF2 of the TF2 lore in the TF2 universe? Of course. Obviously. Want to hear something funny? One of my friends quit TF2 to play League. Like, bruh. Hey, look, if you just like League more. I'm actually sort of like, I don't know why, but ever since I got into 3D modeling, I've sort of been on the lookout for like, what are like some cool jobs to be like a 3D modeler? And so I started looking into League of Legends and I'm like, hey, maybe I can work in Riot Games. And it turns out you can actually apply for an actual, like, job for Riot. Like, you actually can. It's in Singapore, and I might actually consider it as a professional thing. Hi, Mike Hemsworth. Welcome to the stream. Your Aussie mate's here. Hey, we have 2 Aussies in the chat. That's something. That's pretty cool. How you doing, Mike? I respect his decision, but League, like, come on. Look, alright, League, look, for all due respect, League is a good, like, looking game. And if you have friends to play with, especially, you cannot play it alone, I swear. If you play it alone, it's depressing. Like, that's how I played League of Legends. It's depressing. So, you want to play with friends. If you play with friends, it's amazing. Like, I think it's pretty good. Like, you would just sort of, like, play it, and you would just sort of mold, and then that's it. It's a pretty cool game. Like, hands down. And it's also a pretty cool looking game anyway. You should change Rhythm Friday a bit. Offer me a program. What would your programming be? My biggest flex is I've met Fat Magic in game. Fat Magic's a really big TF2 YouTuber. 111k subs. Ooh. Let me drink some water. League is a decent game, but geez, I can't stand the players. I mean, you can look at it on that. Like, I remember this one comment that I got from a video, because back in the day, I used to actually post, like, League of Legends videos. I used to... yes, I used to post League of Legends videos, and one of the videos, someone actually put, hey, you should mute your chat. They're very toxic. Someone actually commented, like, you should mute your chat. They're very toxic, and I didn't really mind it. I don't really look at chat, honestly, when I'm gaming. I really do not mind. But there are some people who get, who get thrown off by that. And I sort of just, for me anyway, I personally am one of those persons who would just sort of mute people. I'd just be like, oh, you're toxic? Shut up. Like, that's it. Like, I don't, like, no confrontation. Just remove them from your existence. Easy as that, right? I don't really need to deal with them. Does size matter? Well, that's a bit of a loaded question, Mike, but obviously it does. All right? Bigger means better. Okay? All right? That's just how it works. Obviously. Rhythm Friday is fun? What do you mean? What my programming would be? I don't know. Look, man, if you have a programming that you think would beat O's and Funky Friday, go ahead, dude. I'm all ears. All right. If I think it's good, then we'll ship it. But right now, the format of O's and Funky Friday works. It works for me. Ambi, talk about the sad, cruel life of losing on Chimp's Wave 98. I know it's a Bloons reference, and no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's the most that I know, alright? The most that I know from that sentence is I know that it's from Bloons, I know there's Chimps, and I know it's Wave 98, and then that's it. I don't really know anything else, I don't really know nothing, alright? I cannot converse on that situation. Wamo said hi to me once. Jameski saw me on Twitch once. Nice, dude. You're famous now. You're famous. I have more subs than MB. Epic. I'm so cool. You know what? I'm banning you. Peter, how would you react if Jameski watched you on a stream? That would be crazy, dude. Imagine if I used to watch a streamer and they would... Or not used to, but I'm actually watching a streamer, and they watch me. Like, for instance, if actually, like, I can't speak. For example, if I got watched by, let's say, like, Ludwig, because I watched Ludwig, like, that would be pretty cool, you know? That would be pretty sick. I would enjoy, I would like to just know that, hey, and I know that one time, he watched the stream, you know? That would be pretty sick. That would be pretty cool. Play other rhythm games? Can you suggest some? Suggest some other rhythm games, you know? What other rhythm games would you suggest, you know? If you have some other suggestions, go ahead. I'd legit just start having a heart attack. I don't know, like, it takes a while for me to get starstruck. Like, I'm not really an easy person to get starstruck. I think the only people that I would get starstruck with are the people that I know, right? Like, if I know the person, I would be like, oh my gosh, I know him from that. That's it, right? Like, I'm not really an easy person to just like, oh my goodness, oh, I watch you so much. Oh my goodness, like, I'm not really that kind of person. Like, it would be cool, but it's like, yeah, it's sort of just another, it's another person. Like, I've been watching Jameski since I got into YouTube, so if so, I'll be happy. Dang. Well, I mean, hey, if you know what? Even if Tobuscus greets me, even once, right? If Tobuscus, because I grew up with Tobuscus. If I get like one hi, or hey, keep up with the content, that kind of thing from Tobuscus, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm pretty cool with that. That seems like a good done deal to me. Because I grew up with him, so whatever. Sky, if I get greeted by Sky does, Sunday, you know, like those like the people that I watched in my childhood, that kind of deal. Like the only reason why I knew him is because I watched him in my childhood. What if he clapped at your content, he liked and subbed and put notifs? I'd post like every day for Jameski. Imagine if Jameski was like, hey, yo, love the content. How about you like post a montage like every hour? Can you do that? And L will be like, absolutely, obviously. I will make a montage every hour for you, my savior, Jameski. Oh my gosh. I think it's a Jameski stan. Now that I look at it, it's a Jameski stan. Funky Friday new line notes increase my accuracy, bruh. You're just good, man. You're actually just cracked. I mean, I'm a little better in Funky Friday. So if I'm a little better in Funky Friday, you're like miles better in Funky Friday, because you can abuse the heck out of that engine. LOL's collab with Jameski? Holy moly. Imagine freaking collabing with a YouTuber you used to know. Like you used to watch. That's crazy. Legit, I have his outro music on my phone as my ringtone. Now that's okay, you're obviously a stan. That's alright. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I don't have the ringtone of subscribe. Like, I don't have that as my ringtone, but sure, alright, whatever. You do you, man. Alright. Well, I think that's it, man. I think. Whoop. Hello, MND. I'm here to check up. How you doing, dude? We're just about to end stream, but before we end stream, I just would like to know, how are you doing? You know, before we end stream, because we want to make sure to catch up with everyone. So, how are you doing, HE, or Toothpaste? I'll just call you Toothpaste. How are you doing, HE? You know, we wanna at least catch up with everyone before we end stream, you know? I'm gonna watch Netflix. Ooh. I'm not doing good? Aw, what's up? What's up with the... do you mind talking about it or nah? They wanted to keep it private. Oop, I'm bad. I love how that matched. I want to talk about it? Sure, go ahead, dude. What's bothering you? Jameski becomes good friends with LOLs. The good ending. Indeed. Imagine if he actually collabs with Jameski, that'd be pretty sick, you know? I mean, if I ever get the chance to collab with a YouTuber that I watch, that would be pretty sick. That would be pretty cool. I broke my violin and my sister yelled at me. Sheesh. Damn, that's rough, dude. Does your sister own it? Is that, like, I'm assuming you own it, but why did your sister yell at you? I feel like a piece of shit now. Like, did you actually broke it out of, like, anger, like frustration? I'm assuming it is. Like, you broke it out of frustration because you felt like you're practicing and you're like, oh, I'm just sick of this, like, I'm not getting better, and you just sort of got mad, right? I'm assuming this is the situation. Bad ending, Jameski no like LOLs. Yeah, dude. The worst ending. Say Bogo's binted for a meme. There you go. Yeah, frustration? Look, man, I tried playing the piano, and let me tell ya, I mean, I never really came to the point where I was like, you know, like about to break something. I think the only time that I've gotten really close, I mean, the time that I've gotten to that point was that with my Game Boy, that's a different story. But I think you at the fact that you felt bad, that you sort of just had that post anger reflection that, hey, what I did was bad, and next time I would control my temper. Like you look at the bright side. On the bright side, you learned that to make sure that you're controlling your anger next time, and that's sort of just how you look at it. But right now, yes, I mean it is pretty rough to have your violin broken, and yeah, it's pretty rough. So I hope that maybe you will maybe get like a fix for that violin, maybe. Like maybe you'll get like a fix for it. Like maybe there's a violin luthier in your area. If you broke the hull, maybe you can just replace the violin altogether. But yeah, I mean, you just like these are all mistakes are just learning experiences. All right, you learn from them. The worst thing is that if you did a mistake and you didn't learn anything. All right, that's the bad part. The thing is, I feel like you learned from it. You felt bad, and the important part is that you want to make sure that you don't do it again, right? You just sort of learn from your mistakes, and then that's it. I am living the life of a Mori. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I mean, look, I think it's nice to be like sad or even like sort of mad at yourself about something that you did, but as long as you learn from it, you want to make sure that you sort of move on from that and learn from it. But instead of my sister, I lost my brother. That got dark real quick. Oh, jeez. That got dark real quick. Holy crap. Ambi, now say he's just wondering if you got your photos printed. It's another part of the meme. Just wondering if you got your photos printed. There you go. I don't know how you're going to stitch that together, but sure. Ambi, I need to hide a secret. Give me mod and I need to hide something. Why? How would you hide something in chat anyway? There's no VIP chat in live streams. Like in YouTube anyway. I would love to have a VIP like list thing for YouTube. That would be pretty cool. I mean, hey, they freaking add nonsense stuff on their freaking thing anyway. Now say what? There you go. I don't know what script freaking F is trying to make me say, but that's something. Anyways, it's basically the end of my stream anyway. It's 11 o'clock. I have to go now. There's no shot. I can't go past this. Thank you so much for watching through the entire stream. Or if you just lurked around, thank you for lurking. I appreciate lurkers as well. And I'm going to be establishing the line for hashtag memes so that you guys get to send in the memes and we will react to it tomorrow. So until then, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a little something. Hope you guys feel a little better. And I hope that you guys will... I hope that you... I can't speak. Well, oh my goodness. I hope that I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.